Welcome, everyone. Very excited to have you here today. Wherever you are dialing from, I can see there's people from all over the world. Actually, we've got Canada, Melbourne, Canberra, Orange, Brisbane. We've got heaps of people on today. Awesome. Thank you for joining us today. And look, guys, let's get into it. So a little bit of a disclaimer before we get started. So just understand that at Breakout Solutions, we are not financial advisors. So anything that we're providing is not financial advice. All strategies are general in nature and not necessarily tied to your individual situation. You've got to make sure you do your own research. And if you're unsure about this space, do consult your financial advisor. Crypto does have many risks. So if you don't know what you're doing, you can lose your money. And we've seen that this year particularly. And you always got to be careful investing into altcoins as they can actually lose value quite quickly if you get the timing wrong. Now, welcome today. Now, what are you actually going to learn today? So you're going to learn how the financial system you've been conditioned to accept is designed to work against you and what you can do about it. The 3 disciplines that you must employ in order to successfully achieve financial freedom, the exciting emerging financial system that is here and how you can leverage it, how to create 7 diversified passive income streams, leveraging the power of blockchain technology and digital assets, and the secrets to creating sustainable wealth in the fastest growing asset class in history. Who is it for and who is it not for? So this is for you if you are sick and tired of the existing failing financial system. I'm going to dive into this a little bit soon. This is for you if you're sick and tired of living paycheck to paycheck and stuck in the rat race of consumerism and you want a way to take control of your financial future. It's also for you if you know you probably should be investing in blockchain and digital asset, but maybe you're too scared or you don't have the time or energy to actually do everything yourself. Look, it's not for you if you are closed-minded to unique opportunities like investing in blockchain technology and digital assets. And it's definitely not for you if you're not willing to take action in order to create a better future for you, yourself, and your family. So what is my big promise in the next 90 minutes? You're going to understand very easily what the heck is blockchain, digital assets, Bitcoin, and crypto. You're going to learn why most of what you hear in the news is actually rubbish and the real potential of these underlying technologies. Understand why 90% of crypto investors lose money and how to successfully leverage the digital asset space for wealth creation, and understand the power of digital assets to create multiple passive income streams, as we've mentioned, and basically give you a way to confidently progress forward in this challenging yet massively rewarding asset class. So who are we? So our team actually has extensive experience in a whole range of industries: IT, business, technology, software development, project management, marketing, finance, and we have over 20 years experience in the crypto industry. Essentially what we do is we do the hard work for you so you can harness digital assets to benefit you, your business, and your family. And we have a team of dedicated researchers, analysts, and coaches providing financial literacy and wealth mindset training education so that you can apply these to the digital asset space. We have a diverse coaching staff and we provide education and tools to help you semi-automate your crypto investing journey so you can benefit from this huge opportunity in this asset class without actually needing a lot of time and a lot of technical know-how. And our strategies are designed and they are perfect for people who don't have a lot of time to learn all the ins and outs of the technology and spending many, many hours managing and trading yourselves. Essentially what we do is we help you build your digital path to financial freedom. So what is our mission? Our mission is actually to build a community that helps families wanting to get ahead financially to harness the power of digital assets and create a brighter future and secure generational wealth. So it is about that community aspect. And our big, hairy, audacious goal that drives us every single day is to help 1 million people unplug from what we call the financial matrix and achieve financial independence by 2032. So just a little bit about me so you know who's actually talking today. So I'm a software developer. I've been called a tech visionary. I'm a founder of multiple technology companies. I actually started my first business at 16 years old, sold it a few years later, and then founded a company called Easy Employer, which is now a 7-figure revenue business with staff and clients all across the world. I'm actually currently involved in 12 technology companies, either as an owner or an advisor, and I've been investing and trading since 2013 in multiple asset classes, mostly in the digital asset space in the last 5 years. I've more than 20x my digital asset portfolio since 2017. And you will learn that I am a very passionate advocate for the digital asset space and a cryptocurrency educator. I spend most of my time now as the co-founder, CEO, and head of tech and strategy at Breakout Solutions, but I also have a pretty active role known as the crypto consultant, where I actually help businesses leverage digital assets to benefit them as well. First, I just want to say congratulations for showing up, for the people that are here, wherever you are in the world today, to show up and take seriously your financial future. I really commend you for this, and I will respect your time today and make sure you get a lot of value out of today's session. So essentially, I'm going to show you the exact strategies I've used to more than 20x my digital asset portfolio since 2017, and at one stage earn over 22,000 Australian dollars per week. Okay, so this is more passive income in 1 month than some people earn in a year. Okay, now the best part about it, I probably spend about 30 minutes a day to maintain my portfolios now, and yours will be less as you're not managing multiple portfolios. And because we are in a bear market, and thanks to fraudsters like Sam Bankman-Fried from FTX, my passive income has dropped down to $4,000 AUD a week, but it's still pretty handy. Chuck me a yes if you'd like to earn $4,000 AUD per week for spending up to 30 minutes a day. Who would like to be able to achieve that? I know it sounds too good to be true, guys, but I can assure you it's not when you combine the right knowledge, strategy, commitment, and the power of time in this new decentralized financial system I'm going to teach you today. I'm going to be upfront about this. You're definitely going to have a chance today to start on this wealth creation journey yourself, if anything I run through resonates with you. And guys, this is stuff that my corporate clients pay me tens of thousands of dollars to manage for them, okay, and implement for them. So, congratulations for showing up, because you're going to learn a lot of these strategies today and how you can actually start implementing them yourselves. And also, if you didn't see all the reminder emails that we sent out, we are giving away over $80,000 of prizes for people that stay until the end. So given you're here, you definitely want to stay to the end so you can have a crack at getting that. Now, as you're probably thinking, or you might be thinking, all right, if I'm making all this money, why the hell am I doing this? Why do I need to be here presenting to you guys today? Why aren't I retired somewhere in the Cayman Islands or the Caribbean living my great life? So I want to tackle this one straight up, because it's a completely valid question. Now, I need you to understand that this mission is personal to me. It means a lot. It's so much more than just money. Back in 2017, I was burning the candle at both ends. My main technology business was growing, but was really struggling to be profitable. The business was debt funded, and we were burning cash every single month. So there was so much pressure just to make fortnightly payroll. I was working harder and pushing myself continuously just to stay afloat. Now, on top of running the business, I had at this stage gone full-time into crypto as well, spending every single spare minute I could researching, investing into this fascinating new asset class. Now, by the end of 2017, I'd actually turned 15,000 into about $500,000 or close to. And I saw this as a potential way out of the pressure and all the debt that my business was in trying to grow. Just want to ask you guys a question. Do I look happy in this picture? Chuck me a yes or a no. Making heaps of money off crypto. Well, I was kind of around this time. What do you think? Okay, got some no, not yet, nope. One says you look happy, no way. There's lots of no's coming through, guys. So this was in June 2018. My crypto portfolio had nearly lost all of the gains that I'd made. Now, after going full-time on crypto for nearly a year, I neglected my business and I had to catch up for lost time. I was overworked, stressed. I was definitely not looking after my health. And the business was really struggling to stay afloat. And to be honest, I really struggled to find a way that I would actually be able to get through it without losing all of the properties that my family, my multiple generations of family, had been leveraged to fund this business, to mortgage to fund this business. And guys, after about 3 months after this photo, I went through the biggest challenge of my life. I didn't think I could escape the financial challenges that I had, and my mindset got so bad, my mental health just really slowly deteriorated, bit like a frog dying in boiling water. And I'll never forget how hard it got, because one night in Melbourne, I'd actually been out partying. I came back 3 a.m. in the morning, knocked over a bowl of vodka, went through all my insurance papers, and actually worked out that I had a way out. All I had to do was jump off that 17th floor balcony that evening or that morning, and the money that I would have raised from my life insurance would have cleared up all the debts, saved my family, and all of their possessions, and everything would have been okay. That's how bad my mindset got. Have you guys ever felt complete hopelessness to the point where you considered ending it all? You can tell it actually is quite emotional going back to that time to tell you the story, but I really want you to understand this. Okay, there's a reason why I do this, and the reason why the people in the breakout journey are doing this. It led to a physical and mental breakdown literally within the next couple of days. I was largely bedridden for 2 months whilst I tried to recover. Even just starting to walk and eat again was challenging. Others in my business were forced to step up. I had to move out of the business. I've never felt so much shame, to be honest. However, this actually turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me. I made a decision to completely rebuild myself, my beliefs, my habits, my diet, my exercise, everything. It took me 6 months to recover from that, to get the strength physically and mentally, and it culminated with an ultimate challenge. I challenged myself after 6 months earlier, not even being able to get out of bed. Can I ride 500 kilometers through Thailand in 5 days, which turned out to be in 40+ degree heat, to raise money for a great charity? And I did conquer this. It was one of the proudest moments of my life, and it was a real turning point in my life. And I spent the next couple of years personal development and growth. And I had someone take over the management of the business, and I just swore I would never let debt drive me to the brink again. And then 2020 came and threw everything upside down. The business went into havoc again. We went from nearly selling the business to nearly losing it. I cut my hours back to save money, and I had a lot of time on my hands. And I spent that whole year wondering, what's the next challenge going to do? What am I going to be doing? I was testing so many things, and I was determined to find my purpose. You know, what could I work on that could combine my skills as software developer, my experience building a multi-million-dollar tech company, years of trading in the traditional markets, passion, something that I love doing, a cause, and something to serve, something to give back to others. And yeah, things really started to change in 2020. That's when the bank started printing money with COVID and getting out of the recovery. By this stage, my crypto portfolio had absolutely skyrocketed due to investments I made in 2017. In fact, I paid off all my personal debt through my profits today. And here's a snapshot of that period of time. So I had one project I put $135 into, which gave me a net gain of nearly 41,000. That's a 30,000% gain. I had another project I put just over $1,000. That gave me a return of $30,000, which is a 2,600% gain. And another one that was another 2,000% gain. And it was pretty crazy. Hey, chuck me a yes if some of those gains are pretty crazy. The $135 one was manic. And at this stage, it all clicked. It all clicked. The opportunity was to help others with digital assets and break out of this debt-driven financial system that we now call the financial matrix. Now manage multiple portfolios. Again, I'm more than 20x my investment and still earning around $400 to $600 US a day in passive income now. So, and we've already helped over 500 clients accelerate their path to financial freedom. So Stephen is one of those clients, and he was basically interested in getting into crypto, didn't know where to start, didn't know the right people to guide him through the market. He said he invested 25K. We literally in a matter of months got into 100K. Now this was obviously during a favorable market time in the market. Basically what he did, he took his money, he took his profits and bought a house. So he's probably one of our best testimonials. Here's his email here saying, I've witnessed the process from start to finish. When cash frees up after my purchase, I'll reinvest. So pretty cool. I've got a comment there saying, can't see the screen share. It should be coming through okay. Guys, I just want to start with a little bit like, what is financial independence? What is financial freedom? Okay, because I think definitions are really important. So we have 4 definitions, right? First one is financial stability. So you have 2 to 3 months of living expenses in your savings account. Okay, chuck me a yes if you guys have 3 months savings in your savings account, because most of the people I speak to don't even have this. So this is what we call financial stability. The next one is financial security. Okay, so we define this as having enough passive income to cover your living expenses. Okay, so your mortgage and your rent, your food, your utilities, car and loans. When you get to that stage where that's all funded through passive income, then that's what we call financial security. Financial independence, which is the main target for our 1 million people, is that you have enough passive income to finance your current lifestyle. So i.e., you could quit your job and still actually, run your life. Okay, so that is financial independence. Financial freedom is just the peak. This is like the stretch goal. This is like, if you can get to this, it's kind of like the dream goal, right? So there's enough passive income to live your dream life, whether that's, traveling, raising a family, whatever your dream life is. That's what we define as financial freedom. So we focus on financial independence as an achievable target. And it still may take years for some of you, but it is definitely possible. Now, I want to go through now what we call our financial freedom model. So when we talk about 3 disciplines you need to actually achieve financial freedom, this is it. First one, and where we spend the majority of our time and where most people do actually, is investment strategy. So we look at risk management, making sure you're not risking too much. How do you diversify your portfolio? Capital growth, investing in assets that can go up in value, and passive income, which is largely what we're going to be talking about today. That's usually where most people start and stop. But there are other elements. It's something that we call money management. So what is your income? How can we optimize that? Can you charge more if you're running a business? Can you ask for a pay rise if you're working, etc.? Expense management. So this is actually knowing what all your expenses are to every single category, to every dollar, every single month. Where is your money going? This is incredibly, incredibly important. And then basically forward projecting that over the next 12 months and creating a spending plan. Okay, so where in the next 12 months are you actually going to have expenses that come in where you're not going to have enough money saved, right? So this is forward projecting it. This is called money management. Very, very few people do this. At least they might do income, but they don't do the other 2 at all. And last but not least is wealth identity. So how do you actually create a wealth mindset that actually attracts abundance and retains abundance? Are you living in scarcity? Are you living in lack? Or are you living in abundance? Are you resourceful? This is a key thing. If you don't have the mindset, you'll actually never be wealthy. Then it's about managing your emotions and mastering your emotions. I can't tell you how important this is when you are investing. Otherwise, you freak out when every little thing happens in the market. So this is an incredible, incredible area of personal growth that you need to go through. Then something we call life by design. So where you're actually going with your life, you know, what are you trying to achieve? What is the target? Because if you don't know what your target is, if you don't know how to actually achieve financial independence for you, what target you're going to hit, you'll never get there. So then you look at how these overlap. So if you have if you have a wealth identity and you have money management, you're a good saver. It means you have savings in your bank account. But if you don't invest your money and just leave it in your bank account, it's just going to get rotten away with inflation. You'll never achieve financial freedom. If you have money management and an investment strategy, fantastic. You're probably in the top 4 or 5% of the world. You're going to be earning profit. But if you don't have the right wealth identity and the right mindset and know how to manage your emotions, you will lose that profit. You will not feel like you're worth it. You'll self-sacrifice it, etc. And if you have a wealth identity and you have investment strategy, fantastic. You are really on the right track. You will be creating wealth. But the question is, without the right money management, you're going to lose that wealth. Okay. I know people who are earning $300,000 or $400,000 a year who have no money. Why? Because they don't know how to manage their money. They've got expenses going through the roof, they're leveraged, they don't even know where their money's going, right? So it's when you combine all 3 of these disciplines is when you actually have a chance to enter what we call the breakout zone and have a chance at financial freedom. I just want to stop and ask, does that make sense to everyone? Like, does anyone have any questions that you want to fire at me just quickly while I get ready to keep going? Really, really important you understand these foundations. It's not just about any one of these 3 things. Honestly, people probably do. Income is probably what people do. The rest of it is not usually done very well at all. Awesome. Yeah, cool. Thanks, Charlotte. Thanks, Stephen. Let's go. All right, guys, why bother with a new financial system? Why not just stick to the current one? What's wrong with it? It works, right? I'm earning money. What's the issue? I can present on this for hours really, but there's just a couple of charts that I do want to highlight to you. So this is a share of total household wealth from 1983 to 2010, okay, the growth. Now have a look at how much growth has happened in the top 5% of the wealthy, right? So 74% of the growth has happened to the top 5% of the wealth group, right? Even the bottom ones have gone down in that time. Okay, so this shows you where the wealth is concentrated, right? All at the top 5%. But this next one's even crazier. This is the change since the 2008 global financial crisis, okay? The purple line is the bottom 50%, and this aqua line is the top 1%. Have a look at how insane the wealth of the top 1% has grown since 2020. Guys, why do you think this is happening? Why is the wealth divide greater than it ever has been before? Why are the rich getting richer and the everyday person, if anything, is drifting towards the poverty line? Can you chuck me some answers in the chat? I just like to understand where you guys are at in terms of kind of understanding why this is happening. It's a really, really important point, because the wool is being pulled over your eyes. You're not taught a lot of this. You're not told a lot of this. This stuff is happening to you. You need to understand this so that you can make a choice to get out of this system, right? So we have inflation. We have a lack of education on what's happening. That's the way the system is set up. Great work, Brent. Yeah, the wealthy assets going up, massive coercion and corruption, knowledge and mindset. This has been done to create a bigger separation, keep people in scarcity. Yep. World is played by the rich, government, smart investments by the rich. Rich has a lot to invest. Mindset. Okay, cool. There's some really good answers there, guys. What I want to propose to you is that the financial system that you have been conditioned to accept as normal is not built to serve you. Okay, it's not built to serve you. It's built to serve a small number of people at the top of the chain. People are calling it the rich there. Yeah, the rich, the elites, governments, corporates, however you want to say it. It's not built for the average person. In fact, all you've got to do is have a look where inflation is currently. So this is a chart here that shows you how much, or a tweet, how much prices have gone up in the last 12 months. So 8.6% more to eat food in your home than it did a year ago. 38% more to fill up your car with a tank of gasoline. Your electricity is 9% more expensive. These numbers are mind-blowing. This is in 12 months. Like, if your wages are not going up 10 to 20%, you're losing track to inflation. Okay. One thing I really want you to understand, and inflation is often called the hidden tax. And the quote that I use is, inflation is theft, and debt is how the thief enters your financial home. Okay. This whole financial system we're in has been created around debt. Okay. And this is what we call the financial matrix that most people are stuck in and cannot get out of, because it's designed to keep you trapped and running around like a rat. You need to understand this. This is the foundation. Now, why are we actually here? We're here because of central banks. This is crazy, right? This is the balance sheet of the US Fed, their money basically since early 2000s. Right? You had the global financial crisis here, you had COVID. Okay, so this is basically representing how much money has been created out of thin air. This is the US dollar, but it's happening with all the Western countries. $3.6 trillion was printed in 2008, or from 2008 to 2014. 3.6 trillion. Look how much the money supply rose in that time. But this is insane. 5.1 trillion in 2 years. From 2020 to 2022, that's 56% of every US dollar that was ever created in history was printed in 2 years. What do you think happens to the value of the money, of the dollar, when you create that much excess supply of money? Do you think maybe the purchasing power goes down and the cost of things go up? This is what's creating inflation, guys. It's got very little to do. Yeah, things like Russia and things like the supply shortage and things like that, they do accentuate the problem. But at the end of the day, it comes from this monetary policy. Now, this has been happening for a while. So this is fantastic. This is ex-British politician, Jeffrey William Bloom. Most of the problems start in politics and central banks, which are part of the same political system. We have counterfeiting, sometimes called quantitative easing, but counterfeiting by any other name. The artificial printing of money, which if any regular person did, they would be in prison for a very long time. Yeah, governments do it all the time. Central banks repress the amount of interest rates so they do not have the real cost of money. Guys, that was said by this guy in 2013. Not much has been changed. In fact, it's exactly why Bitcoin was created. It was created in 2008 as a response to the global financial crisis and the financial world's reliance on banks as intermediaries of financial transactions. Okay, and this is a wonderful quote here from Satoshi Nakamoto, who created Bitcoin. The root problem with conventional currency is all the trust that's required to make it work. The central bank must be trusted not to debase the currency, but in history of fiat currencies is full of breaches of that trust. Very, very interesting. All right, let's shift gears, guys. Now I want to change a little bit and let's understand what crypto actually is. Okay, so firstly, it's all underpinned by technology known as the blockchain. Okay, this is distributed ledger technology, it's called, and underpins all the different types of technology. Now, if you don't understand what the blockchain is, if anyone's heard of double entry accounting, okay, so double entry accounting is what we've been using for hundreds of years, where if I transact with you, I have a record of that transaction, you have a record of that transaction. Blockchain technology is just an extra layer called triple entry accounting. That's it. So when I transact with you, there's actually a third record of that transaction that is held essentially by this distributed ledger, this history of transactions that is managed essentially by computers. So no one can hack it. It's irreversible. Everyone can see it, etc. Right. So there's a third record of it that no one else can alter, which is the source of truth. That's essentially all blockchain technology is. You don't have to think about it anymore. All it is this record of transactions that is foolproof, can't be hacked, and is there for eternity. Okay, now Bitcoin is just one application of blockchain. In fact, it's one of a cryptocurrency, which is an application of blockchain, and it's a great store of money, which I'm going to run you through in a minute. And then you essentially got crypto, which is the whole market. And it's pretty much an infinite number of industries and segments. So you've got real estate, finance, record keeping, gaming. You could have infrastructure, applications, decentralized finance, metaverse, NFTs, etc. Then you got the cryptocurrencies, smart contracts, different types of tokens, and many projects which aren't really decentralized at all. So it is a bit of a minefield if you don't know what you're doing, but that's essentially the difference between the three. I also want you to understand as well that the underlying technology of blockchain is actually empowering three global revolutions. The first is the monetary revolution. Now, this is all around Bitcoin. It's the first self-sovereign form of money that's ever been created. So you can own it. No one can take it off you. You can use it anywhere in the world, right? This is going to start to displace government-issued money known as fiat currency, and also traditional monetary policy organizations like the Federal Reserve that I just talked about, which technically aren't required anymore if you're using the Bitcoin standard. The next, and where we spend a lot of our time here at Breakout, is the financial revolution. Okay, so these are platforms and services that are empowering more efficient and transparent financial capability. Okay, so it's basically we're able to transact together and undergo in financial services. It's more accessible and less costly for the individual, and it's displacing what's known as traditional financial intermediaries. So brokers, agents, anyone who's in the middle taking their clip, basically. Then you have the internet revolution, which might be called Web 3, Web 3.0, is creating the user-owned internet. So this is how the internet was designed to be. The people would have ownership and control over their data. But then you had the Web 2 companies, Facebooks, Googles, and that all come and dominate the space. And now it's going back to the people. Okay, so this is going to help fight censorship, preserve privacy, and helping to enable individual sovereignty. So I want you to understand the underlying technology is revolutionary. Okay. Now, how does Bitcoin actually work? Let's go through it very simply. If I want to send Bitcoin to you, the transfer is initiated. It goes through this decentralized network, which I talked about. That transaction is actually broadcasted to all of the computers on the network that are known as miners, that are now trying to solve a cryptographic equation in order to be the first to do that. And when they do, whoever gets that first basically gets to package up all the transactions, add it into a block, and then just attach it to the previous block of transactions. That's it. And it's just this chain of transactions that goes on and on and on. Once they do write that block, the system is sent to the rest of the miners, and they are validated. So they will double check that calculation instantly to make sure that that person didn't write a fraudulent block. And then once that's confirmed, you receive the money. Pretty cool. So that all happens usually within 5 to 15 minutes. And with the Lightning Network, it's actually going to happen instantly. Talking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin is actually the best representation of money that has ever been created. So this was actually a report from Goldman Sachs, where they actually went through the 7 different aspects of what makes sound money. Making sure it's durable. Is it divisible? Can you split it up, right? So you can't easily split up gold. You can't go and shave a few gold flakes off to buy a cup of coffee. Is it fungible? So can it be used with other currencies, right? So like the US dollar can't be used with the Australian dollar, so it's not fungible. So that's fiat currency, Bitcoin and gold, yeah? Then you've got portability. Can you take it with you easily? Obviously, gold you can't. Fiat currency you can. Bitcoin you can. Verifiable. Bitcoin's the only one that is verifiable. Does it have scarcity? Well, we all know fiat currency doesn't have scarcity. You just learned that, how much they've actually just printed out of thin air. But Bitcoin does, and so does gold. The only thing Bitcoin really doesn't have going for it yet is a track record. It just hasn't been around long enough to actually prove that it actually is the best form of money. But look, all great things need time to play out. Does that make sense? Does that make sense how powerful Bitcoin is as a currency? Got a comment there. Bitcoin is king. Yes. Okay. Heaps of yeses coming through. Awesome. Awesome. Perfect sense. Great. All right, next one is decentralized finance. Okay, so it's one of the most powerful applications of blockchain technology. So it's part of the next evolution of internet and finance that I've called Web3. It's utilizing blockchain technology to empower a whole new financial capability, and it allows you to interact with other users without having to engage in middlemen. So you don't need to trust anyone to be able to engage in these financial services. Okay, it's very efficient, cuts out the middleman, less costs, more profit to go around, and often that profit is shared amongst the members. And it's part of what's creating the biggest shift of wealth since the internet. Plain and simple. It can be accessed by anyone, anywhere with an internet connection, and it is still early days and it is still adapting. However, the potential is huge. I just want to talk through the growth potential actually in the DeFi space. So the global market is valued at 11.78 billion, or was last year, and it is expected to expand at a compound annual growth rate of 42.5%. from 2022 to 2030. So that's going to take it to 231 billion in the next 8 years. That's a 17x growth by 2030. Okay, so there's a huge amount of growth in this space. And the adoption is basically due to DeFi's ability to eliminate the intermediaries and just make things more efficient and make the users be able to have more margin, more profit. Okay. Okay, the last out of the three revolutions is the Web3 revolution. So you had Web 1.0. So if anyone was old enough to be around when you had Netscape and AOL and all those, that's part of Web 1, right? You could read the website, but you could do nothing else. And that was all desktop-based stuff. Then you had Web 2, which is what most people understand as today. Social networks, everyone uses their mobile, cloud-driven. So, you know, Airbnb, Uber, Facebook, Instagram, etc. And Web 3 is the next evolution of that. A lot of artificial intelligence-driven stuff. I'm sure some of you have seen ChatGPT. That AI is now driving a lot of things. You've got the decentralized data architecture in there as well, which is a lot of where the blockchain technology comes in, and edge computing as well. So that is basically Web 3. In fact, any transaction with a middleman is going to get disrupted by blockchain technology. Digital rights, escrow, trustees, wages, e-commerce, global payments, remittances, lending, borrowing, microfinance, healthcare, title records, ownership, voting, intellectual property. We're actually working with some projects in this space now that are disrupting it. The equity space, big time, private markets, debt, crowdfunding, derivatives. All of these are going to be disrupted because they have that inefficiency where blockchain technology can solve. In fact, crypto is absolutely now going mainstream. Dominica chooses Tron, 39,000 ATMs worldwide. UAE is moving into the metaverse. 74% of Latin Americans accept crypto. 320 million users, according to this study. That's huge. Many retailers, over 75%, are looking to accept crypto payments. 4,000 NFT trademarks in 2022. You can buy a property everywhere with your crypto. I'm going to talk you through a very exciting project today in real estate. Central African Republic became the second country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. Swift is now working with Chainlink to make their payments more efficient. And then you've got the big four like Deloitte who are actually helping all their customers to embrace it. So just chuck me a yes if you're a little bit more knowledgeable on the potential of Bitcoin and the blockchain now, and you understand a little bit more about it, because that's pretty much all you need to know. You don't really need to know anything else in any detail. Awesome. Heaps of yeses coming through. Great. Let's go. Now, how do we actually make money with all this stuff? Right. So now I want to run you through the secret to making money in the digital asset space. Okay. So this is the way Breakout Solutions approaches it, is we take traditional wealth creation principles from the physical world and we apply what has already worked over here to the digital world. So in the physical world, how is wealth created? Well, if you study any successful wealthy person, it's always using this formula. They are accumulating assets, property, real estate, businesses, dividend paying stocks. They're continually accumulating these, right? Buying more, buying more, buying more. Then they leverage these to generate a yield or a passive income. So that could be rental income, some other form of yield, net profits if you're running a business, dividends if you've got stocks. They take that and they reinvest, and they keep accumulating assets and generating yield, and reinvest and generating yield, and reinvest and generating yield. And this is the cycle of compounding that is what leads to creating wealth. Okay, this is what's been done for thousands of years essentially. If they want to take any money out, like income, they'll take it out of their passive income to their bank account and go and spend it. Okay, that's how wealth is created in the traditional world. You probably understand, especially the property one. but you might not understand, you know, a couple of hours, but that's basically how it's done. So in digital assets, we're just using digital assets, not physical assets. Okay, obviously Bitcoin is a key component of that. You've learned today why it's critical to have a large part of your majority of your portfolio in Bitcoin. But there's a whole bunch of different altcoins and other exciting projects in this space. You're going to learn some of those today. Mirrored portfolios, something that we've done, mirrored portfolios, high growth projects, a project that can become the next blue chips in their space. And there's a whole bunch of interesting stuff in the decentralized finance space as well. So we then leverage that to generate passive income, staking, yield farming, interest-bearing assets, DeFi, real estate, crypto mining. I'm going to go through these in detail in a minute. If we want to take money out, we don't take it out to our bank account. We just take it out to our debit cards, right? I've got 3 of these. This is how I spend all my money. I don't go back to the traditional financial system anymore. This is what paid for my 6-week trip through Europe earlier this year. About 50K US, all from profits and passive income from crypto, right? We don't need to go back to the traditional financial system, okay? We just do it through there. Guys, that is the key formula I want you to understand, both how to create wealth in general and how to apply it to digital assets. Please chuck me a yes in the chat if you understand this, and if you don't, throw a question at me so I can clarify any of it, because again, I'm taking you through all the foundational pillars here. Taking you through a journey before it's all about just, what strategies to use. Okay, cool. Awesome. Feel free to send any questions through as well at any stage. We'll address them at the end. So Andrew was another one of our clients, or is another one of our clients that said he basically had no idea where to start, and he wouldn't dare try to navigate this space and how risky it is. We taught him basically how to start investing and think critically of the next movies. And he said he's been able to more than triple his portfolio, and now has the confidence to actually be able to continue progressing on this himself. He was quite tech savvy. He's actually a young physio, so he was able to run with everything and manage his own portfolio after we helped him learn all the ins and outs. I think he at one stage, I think he 4 or 5x his portfolio, and I think he took a lot of it out to stocks and shares. It just shows you, that you can actually do quite well and empower yourself and learn a new skill in this really challenging time that we're in at the moment. In fact, I do want to quickly run you through the power of compounding, actually. So just give me 1 sec. Now, I'm going to put a spreadsheet up on the screen. This is something we call our financial freedom formula. So this is something that I created to try and codify exactly what it takes to create financial freedom, right? Because everyone talks about it, but how do you actually achieve it? Now, I'm going to run you through this. You have a chance to get a copy of this actually at the end of today's presentation. So basically, you put your ideal living budget in. So how much money do you want to actually live off? How much money do you need to retire, essentially? So I'm just going to put 150K in there for now. What is your annual interest or yield? So how much are you earning from your investments now? If you don't have any or you're not sure, you can just start at 5 as a conservative number. Then you get what's known as your financial freedom target. So I need $3 million in assets, earning 5% per year, and then I'm going to be financially free. That's it. That's basically how simple it is. But this is a calculator that helps you work it out, how long it's going to take, right? So you put in your income stream. Let's say I'm earning $8,000 a month or $96,000 a year. What's my current living expenses? So let's say it's $6,000 here. So I'm saving $2,000 a month. And this is assuming that I'm investing all 100% of that into my investments, okay, and earning that 5% yield. Now, as it stands, on the right-hand side, it tells you how long it's going to take to get there. It's going to take 40 years to achieve financial freedom at this rate, right, through the compounding. Now, I don't know about you, but that's too long. So we might go back and say, okay, what about if I start with, say, 50,000 capital straight off the bat? We go from 40 years down to 38. Now, we shaved 2 years off by putting 50K in. That's okay, but it's not great. What about if we already have like $500,000 we paid off against our house, and we can actually leverage that? So we'll go from 38 years to 35. Okay, so not bad, shaved off another few years. What about we create another income stream? So let's bring in another $1,000, and I might start coaching or teaching or something like that. So we go from 35 years to 29. Not bad. That's pretty good. But I want to show you the power of compounding. So even if we just go from 5% to 7.5%, watch this, 29 years to 18 years, we just shaved off 11 years simply by just getting an extra 2.5% on our returns yearly. It's insane. But look, what about if you go up to 10%? So from 5 to 10%, you go from 18 years down to 12 years. We've shaved off like 2/3 of it simply by this. What about if you're getting 15%, 7 years? Guys, this is crazy. The power of compounding is insane. Now, imagine if you were using that compounding against you. Imagine if you've got a mortgage. Imagine if you've got a car loan. Imagine if you've got a credit card debt. Imagine if you've got, do you really think you're ever going to be financially free when you're using the most powerful wealth instrument ever created against you? And that's the problem. We're conditioned to go into debt so that we're stuck in a cycle. We never ever get there. But if you can turn it around, you can educate yourself, and you can start investing like this, right? Look at how quickly you can start to turn it all around. Chuck me a yes if that's mind-blowing, how powerful and how eye-opening this is. Because when I created this spreadsheet, I was like, wow, that is incredible. It actually shocked me quite a lot. Yeah, very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. It's quite eye-opening when you actually go through that for the first time as well. All right, guys, let's get into it. 7 passive income streams. How's everyone going? Are we having fun? Are we learning a lot? Chuck me a yes if you're getting a lot out of this, guys. Put a whole bunch of time into preparing for this, and really want to make sure I'm giving you guys heaps and heaps of value. Wow, heaps of comments there. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. It can be a bit hard to pick up the energy. I've been doing a few keynotes recently, and I'm looking at the crowd, so it makes it a bit easier to understand where people are at if they're falling asleep or whatever. So thank you for the feedback. I do appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. So I'm going to go through all 7, and at the end, I'm going to show you how much money I'm making from this. And then we're going to get into the good stuff as well. So, guys, number 1 is staking. Okay, so many blockchains use what's known as a proof of stake consensus mechanism, or some other variants to what Bitcoin uses, which is known as proof of work. It's basically the network being secured by what's known as staking that token. Okay, so you're given a reward for doing this. Typically between 1% and 50% annually is the rewards. And usually the rewards are consistent, okay, because they're part of a planned inflation schedule. So a bit like Bitcoin has a planned inflation schedule that kind of tails off over the next kind of 100 years. These other projects also have a planned inflation schedule. So you know exactly how much the rewards are going to be. Typically, you do need to lock up your tokens for a period of time in order to receive those rewards. And you can actually instantly sell those staked rewards and convert it to cash whenever you want. And there's a really, really powerful website called stakingrewards.com, which actually can show you all the different coins and how much rewards you can get, etc. So that's something that could be quite useful, again, if you are going down this route yourself. Staking can also be done with NFTs as well, which we do share from time to time. Yes, there will be a recording available after. Yeah, awesome. Getting some great comments coming in. Thank you, Linda. And yeah, it can also be done with NFTs, which we share from time to time. Now, just hi guys. No, that was me. My video just dropped out, or my internet dropped out real briefly. Apologies. Am I back with you? Just give me a yes. Sometimes it drops out and comes back, so I do apologize for that. Awesome. I'll just get my screens back up here. Cool. All right. Not exactly sure where we got to, but I'll start from the start on this slide. So we spent most of our time in decentralized finance now. Some of you may have seen what actually happened. Okay, so someone said stopped in staking. Yeah, so just saying, just be wary of what coins you buy, because if you buy something and it goes to zero, you'll lose your initial investment and everything else. Okay, so you just got to be very careful. You got to do lots of research before you buy a coin in order to stake it, because you want to make sure that it's going to be around in the future. Okay, so I lead a team of 4 researchers. We put a lot of time into actually finding these projects that we believe have that future potential and sift through all the crap that's in the 20,000 tokens out there, and there is a lot of crap out there. Number 2 is interest-bearing assets. Okay, so I'm going to focus a little bit on DeFi and decentralized finance here, because we were doing some stuff in centralized finance earlier in the year, and it's just been a terrible year for centralized platforms. Celsius, BlockFi, FTX, all of these basically have been mismanaged. Nothing to do with crypto, by the way, just to do with how the running of the business of these centralized providers have been mismanaged. So let's get back to the core of what crypto is about, which is about decentralized networks and decentralized finance. Now, there are some very, very unique projects and capabilities within the DeFi space to earn interest or rewards from your investment. Many examples of these platforms and protocols out there, but there are very few that actually pass our vetting criteria. And it's a particular one that we believe will probably become a blue chip of the decentralized finance space in the future, and essentially allows you to compound your investment at 1% a day in the underlying token. Okay, not in a dollar currency, in an underlying token. You can choose to claim that profit, that 1% a day, or you can then choose to reinvest it. So you get that choice. Okay, now there's a lot of crap out there that promise this kind of stuff. This is probably one out of hundreds of projects that we believe has the potential to actually ensure that it has sustainability through a greater ecosystem that generates fees and stuff that actually helps to power this protocol. It's the only one we found that we believe is actually going to be sustainable. And over the next kind of 6 to 12 months, I think it'll be clear as to if they execute on their vision or not. Now, there are limitations to this. You can't just keep compounding forever. There is a limit. However, the reward potential is huge, and it's been demonstrated by all of us that have been in there for 12 to 18 months. Okay. Now, the token for this project is actually at a really low price at the moment because of the bear market we're in and the fact that the market conditions aren't great. So the timing on getting into this project literally could not be better. Now, we've been running this for quite a while now, and the feedback from our members has been awesome. So we've done multiple workshops of it. It's now part of our education. And there's people that have been doing amazingly well from this protocol, and others that obviously have just come on that are starting to build this up. And yeah, just heaps of testimonials on this system, and also the way that we teach and deliver it. You're going to learn a little bit about that more in a minute. So this is probably the number one pick that we do have in the DeFi space at the moment. And I'm going to cover soon how you can actually get your hands on this strategy as well. Third one, really excited about this. If you're not paying attention right now for whatever reason, please pay attention to this, because this is an absolute game changer. Okay, now Bitcoin mining, if you haven't heard about it, it's basically what powers the Bitcoin network. It's super profitable if you have the right setup. Now, here's a picture of a Bitcoin mining big data center with all the machines that are mining. And typically you need $500,000 to $1 million really as a minimum in order to actually have your own rig like this to make it profitable. Now, there are miners that you can buy and run at home. Typically, they're really noisy. They can actually be quite costly with electricity. You do need to have a level of technical knowledge and support required to actually run these. They can be profitable, but with the fluctuation of Bitcoin price and the cost of electricity, it is limited, especially if the Bitcoin price does go any lower. Now, there are also cloud mining services as well, okay, where you can actually just invest in someone who's running a mining system somewhere else that will actually mine it for you and then share the profits with you. Okay, now they are centralized providers, so you do have no control over this. Often you're not even sure who you're dealing with. I went into one in 2017, 18, went for a year, and then they just, I don't know, ran off with the money or stopped running it. So you have no control. So longer term, it is quite unreliable. And honestly, most of them are just outright Ponzi scams, right? And the Ponzi scam is where they'll use new money coming in order to pay the old investors, right? So it looks like they're running a mining rig, or it looks like they're running a trading platform, or it looks like they're running some kind of automatic trading bot. At the end of the day, they're just scams, right? You'll be very careful, because 99% of the stuff we see out there is just flat out scam, okay? And this is some of the value that we provide to our members when we look at these opportunities. Now, what you got to understand though is it is all about asset accumulation. Now, this is actually a chart of potential price predictions for Bitcoin. I took from this website here, softwaretestinghelp.com/Bitcoin price prediction. So they actually talk about the formula that they use to kind of project this price. Now, if you believe in where Bitcoin's going like we do in terms of potentially becoming a reserve asset in the future, these prices aren't that outrageous. So this year predicted a top of 41,000. We actually went to 69,000 US. Next year, it's predicting 64, 95, 137, 214, 306, etc. So in the year 2030, it's predicting $937,000 US. Now, I actually did some research on this in prep for this presentation, and my view has always been that Bitcoin can hit $1 million in the next 10 years, US, $1 million US. So this actually very closely aligns to the own research I've done previously. So this was the best kind of thing I could find in terms of particular price projections. Now, if you look at that and think of the current price of $16,000, the first thing you got to do, even if you do nothing with us, is to go and buy some Bitcoin. Because if this does play out, look at the massive returns that you're getting. Now, what I've done, actually, well, let me just talk through this. So we've released a product called crypto mining NFTs. And I know there's some people on the line who actually have these and have been experiencing the benefits of this for the last couple of months now. Now, we've partnered with a crypto mining operation. In fact, Breakout has invested in a crypto mining operation. We run hundreds of miners at multiple locations to capitalize on electricity opportunities. We're also optimizing which coins and tokens to mine to make sure that we are actually optimizing our profits. Okay, that's very important as well. We're not just mining Bitcoin. Every month, we aggregate all of the profits that we make, and we share the majority of that to the members. Now, all you have to do, and those who aren't in crypto yet maybe won't understand this, but I promise you it's easy. All you have to do is buy a crypto mining NFT and hold it in your wallet, and that's it. And we help you buy it and we help you put it in your wallet, right? And there's even a short video to help you set this up. Every month you are sent Bitcoin. You're basically accumulating Bitcoin, right? Easy, super easy. I can see some comments coming through, people saying they've got a few of them. So that's awesome. I'm just gonna, one sec. So super, super easy. Now I want to show you how much I've done a calculator. If you know me, you know I love calculations. I love numbers, and I love to do projections. So I want to run you through how much you can actually make using this. Okay, so let me run you through this. So the amount of Bitcoin that you earn per month with one NFT, let me just make this a bit bigger because I'm here. But firstly, here's the pricing chart that I just took from that website that I put in, which is on the right-hand side. So let me just zoom in a bit because I know some of you might find it a bit too small. Hopefully that's a bit better. Okay, so an approximate amount of BTC per NFT, 0.0009. How many of those do we own? I'm just going to start with one at the moment. Some of our members have over 10 of these. So how much Bitcoin are you accruing per month? Let's look at the time period. So let's just keep it conservative over 1 year. So by the end of 2023, this is how much Bitcoin you have accumulated. How much the NFTs cost? Either 550 AUD or 370 USD is how much they cost. So how many of those did you buy? What is your total cost? Then we have the return on investment calculations. So what will the potential Bitcoin price be? Now I've got AUD and USD, so it depends which one you want to look at. What will the particular Bitcoin price be, or the potential price at the number of years? So time period here, 1 year. Okay, so this is how much it's going to be worth. So the value of your Bitcoin that you have accumulated through the mining NFT by doing nothing but holding it in your wallet, $859 to 1049 as a min and a max, right? You take the cost off and there's your profit. In 1 year, you might make $300 or $500 AUD and a little bit in US, okay? So 56 return on your investment, but you're not doing this to sell it out in a year. You're doing this to hold and accumulate and gain those assets and the capital appreciation so that in time, you'll have wealth, okay? You've got to keep thinking about back to that methodology, acquire capital appreciating assets and let them grow, right? And then generate a yield from that, but I'll talk about that later. So let's just say, well, what about over 5 years? If we held it on for 5 years, okay? Look at the Bitcoin price. Now, the value of your Bitcoin is $21,000 to $24,000. You only invested $550. That's a 37 to a 44x return in the next 5 years. Should obviously Bitcoin grow to hit these prices, right? So there is an element of speculation to it, but again, if you know what's happening with the financial space and you've listened to what I've taught you today, then this is definitely something that is worth taking a punt on if you are a little bit unsure about it, right? What about if we expand that out? So basically a 4,000% return on average. Let's go to the full chart, which is 8 years. 8 years, your Bitcoin is now worth 100 grand to 120 grand. So you've basically made $100,000 to $120,000. It's 181x return, 220x return, by doing nothing, but buying one of these and holding it there, doing nothing. I need to stress how powerful this passive income strategy is, guys. Now, that's if you're owning one of them. Some of our members have 10 to 15 of these. So imagine if you bought 10, right? Now your investment would be $5,500 AUD. This one didn't calculate properly, but yeah, obviously it'd be about $3,500 US. Actually, let me just quickly fix that one up. Okay, so now your $5,500 investment is worth $1 million. You just made $1 million from accumulating Bitcoin over the next 8 years by buying 10 of these and doing absolutely nothing. Your return, yeah, 180x return. Guys, just chuck me a yes if that blows your mind a little bit as to how easy it can be to set something up, let it grow, and just let it compound and grow, right? That's the whole point. That's why we do this. That's why I'm teaching you what I'm teaching you. Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Got some really good comments. Thanks, guys. All right, let's keep cracking along now. That was crypto mining NFTs. Now I want to talk about crypto and real estate. Now, one of the most powerful use cases of blockchain technology is tokenization. It is wrapping a physical asset in tokens and being able to split it up into infinite number of pieces or a million pieces or something. All right. And a great physical asset to tokenize is real estate. Now, why? Well, how expensive is it to buy property these days? How much does it cost to buy a house? It used to be like one person's wage. Now it's two people's wages you need to contribute to paying off a mortgage, right? So it's become really, really hard to actually buy property, not just in Australia, but around the world. So by tokenizing it and by having fractions of it, it makes it a lot easier for people to invest and at least own parts of property if they're not buying their own home. Okay, so this is going to be a massive application of blockchain technology is happening in the real estate space. And there's actually quite a lot of projects that are going on in space at the moment and lots of providers that are trying to solve problems in this space. We've actually chosen to partner with a Sydney-based blockchain technology company that has over 20 years experience in the property development market. Okay, their name is Black Tie Digital and their crypto real estate project is called Be For Real. Okay. Now, just want to articulate, now we have kind of a whole coaching session, I suppose, on this content, but I'm just going to sum it up real briefly for you, like the benefits of actually investing into a platform or a solution like this. Breakout Solutions does have an exclusive arrangement with Be For Real to provide these benefits as well. So you will get a 10% bonus on your investment, first of all, when you're investing into the token, okay, into the Be For Real token. So if you invest, say, $1,000, you'll get $1,100 in tokens, right? So that 10% bonus is something that's exclusive to Breakout. Now, they also have a mechanism where you can earn a yield, a reward in their bonus token. Okay, I won't go into the details of tokenomics, but essentially they're offering a 20% annual percentage yield, which is how much percent you earn per year. So if you put in $1,000, you'll earn $200 a year. That's how that works. With Breakout, you get an extra 10%. Okay, it's a 30% APY. All right, so you get an extra 10% on your ongoing. Now, you can actually use the rewards token for a couple of things. You can either use it to get a discount on your next property purchase through their platform. So all the developers listing their homes on their platform, you can buy it from there and get a discount based on holding the rewards token. So that's super cool. Or if you're not looking to buy a property anytime soon, you can just sell that token on the open market. Not yet, but in the next few months when they list it, and then you'll be able to get that 30% APY profit. Okay, so you can either use it as a discount for property or just sell it and get profit out of it. In 2023, they're actually releasing a really, really cool DeFi layer that will allow you to earn an extra yield on your investment. So your $1,100 worth of tokens is earning an additional yield that will actually be able to be invested into what's known as a fractional property portfolio. So they're actually buying hundreds of millions of dollars of property as we speak at the moment. And that's going to be part of their property funds. And you'll be able to invest and earn a small fraction of that fund. Now, when you do, you then earn a percentage of the rent that actually comes out of that. So anyone who's been in property will be very familiar with these strategies. You buy a property, you earn a rental yield, whatever. This is if you don't want to go and work out how to do all that, or you don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars to start with, right? You just buy a fraction of their fund, you get your rewards, your rental in a yield. And then the coolest part about this, please, this is the coolest part, is that you can set up so it automatically reinvests that rental yield back into buying more property. Right. So it's this infinite loop of rental yield, buy more property, rental yield, buy more property. And it's on autopilot. It's actually going to be mind blowing. It is everything we teach around capital appreciation, yield generation, and compounding all in one protocol. This one for me is an absolute game changer. Breakout Solutions is very close to Black Tie. We are helping them with this and helping them market this. Super interesting. And in fact, they've actually found a lender that will now allow you to borrow money against your crypto as collateral. So if you've got, say, $500,000 in Bitcoin, you can borrow $250,000, put a deposit on your house, and then just pay your normal mortgage. So you don't need to stump up, a couple $100,000 or $100,000 up front for your deposit. And it's super, super innovative what they're doing here. Just chuck me a yes if that sounds super exciting. You can be accumulating property and using compound interest for you, literally without doing anything apart from setting this up. And that's something that we teach you how to do. It's very, very cool. By the way, this is live now. The yield is already being generated. There's members on the line who are in Be For Real earning a yield as we speak. Cool, let's keep going, guys. I'm conscious of the time. Number 5, precious metals. Who owns gold or silver or any other precious metal here? Chuck me a yes if you already own precious metals, because you understand that they are a great way to hedge this failing financial system. Yep, Sian, yep, got a couple of yeses already. Yeah, I actually got stacks of yeses coming through. So the people that actually own some of these precious metals now, you already understand what's happening in the financial system and how risky it is. And that's why you actually already own some. Okay. Now, for those that don't, it's not easy to buy. It's not easy to find. And then what about the people that do own it? Are you getting a yield? Are you getting an interest from owning that precious metal? You probably think, well, how the hell am I going to do that? I've got a bar of gold that's under my bed, right? Now, again, tokenization of gold is now another very common use case of blockchain technology that is emerging. We've found a very, very cool, fully regulated platform that has a great track record that allows you to buy gold and silver and actually hold it and earn a passive income. So not only are you hedging against this failing financial system and diversifying away from cryptocurrencies, you're also able to earn a passive income from this. I'm super excited about this platform. I've already started testing it out myself, preparing it for our members. Now, it's a fantastic way, again, to hedge as well as earn that passive income. And they do actually have a card as well. We can go and spend directly using your gold and silver as well. So it's very, very cool. Yeah, got some awesome comments coming through. I love this, like this. Yeah, this one's awesome. This one's awesome. Coming soon to you as our members. Okay, yield farming. Now, bear with me on this one because this one can be a little bit hard to understand, but yield farming pretty much refers to what's known as two-sided liquidity. So you put two assets together and you deposit onto a platform, and you usually get a percentage of fees from that platform as rewards. Okay, it can be quite complicated. There are risks to it. Common examples, if you've ever heard of platforms like Uniswap, SushiSwap, PancakeSwap, they're all decentralized exchanges that will allow you to yield farm. Now, the biggest risk to yield farming is something that's known as impermanent loss, or IL. I won't go into details about that, but if you don't know what you're doing with yield farming, you can actually lose quite a lot of money or a lot of your initial investment. And especially if you are investing into platforms that you haven't done the right research on, they can go belly up or do a rug pull and you lose all your money. So, but there is a lot of potential to it, kind of if you know what you're doing, you're using the right platforms. Now, there's hundreds of these out there. There's literally hundreds of these DeFi projects out there. A lot of them are just kind of copycats, and you want to stay away from Uniswap, SushiSwap, PancakeSwap. Okay to do those, but outside of that, you need to be very careful what you invest into. Now, there's one particular yield farming platform that we have uncovered through our 2 years of research and 4 full-time, well, not 4 full-time researchers, we've got 4 researchers that work for us. But we've done a lot of research in this space. There's one particular platform that we are teaching our members as we speak that we believe has massive potential longer term. We think it can be a blue chip of the DeFi space. Now it has a very, very innovative system to be accumulating tokens and growing your ownership in the platform. So this is one of the fantastic use cases of DeFi is you actually own part of the platform. So you actually earn income and rewards from actually ownership, right? So the best way I can explain this is like in the traditional financial world, you have all of these corporations that build all of these massive systems, right? You use those systems and they make all the money out of it. They get all the fees, they make all the money, they give you nothing, right? Give you nothing, okay? And like, if you invest in the company, maybe you get some dividends from the shares, but actually the platform itself, they keep all the profits, right? That's a traditional system. With DeFi protocols, and particularly this one, you earn profits because you own part of that platform. So part of the fees and everything actually come back to you, right? Super, super interesting. And we think this particular one has massive potential, and a lot of our members are already in this. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so did that one make sense, guys? Just chuck me a yes. It's a bit hard to explain yield farming in a short period of time, but I just want to see if that landed with some of you. The idea of like ownership in a platform that other people are using and earning fees, that's the kind of key thing I wanted to get across there. All right, I'm going to keep moving, guys, in the interest of time. Very, very excited about this one. Okay, so day trading, if anyone's done any day trading, it's really hard. If you know how to do it well, it can be super profitable though. But over 99% of active traders fail in the long run, largely due to succumbing to their emotions and doing things like sabotaging their trades. Anyone who's done any trading knows exactly what this feels like. Now, the holy grail is to find an automated trading solution that does all these trades for you and such removes the emotional component. Now, the problem is that most of the ones that exist are either pure scams, there's heaps of them out there, or they're just really ineffective, especially in different market conditions. Now, we're actually testing multiple auto traders at the moment in Breakout Solutions. Some of our members are using one, but this is a new one that we've come across recently from a provider, and they've been using artificial intelligence to manage the trades, and it's actually been reliably earning 1 to 2% per week on average for the last 70 weeks, even in a bear market. So this is super, super interesting. We're going deep into this at the moment. Now we're about to undergo our own testing on this, and then looking to release this in early to mid 2023. If this one does exactly what it's been reported to do, and it's we're working with someone who's not the creator of the product, who's using it, this is an absolute game changer. Let me just show you how much you can actually earn at these numbers, right? Simple example, let's just start with $1,000, yeah? $1,000, let's take the lower amount, so 1% per week, okay, is the compounding rate. They're getting 1 to 2% in executing multiple trades every single week. Now, let's have a look at the future value. If you're doing that 1% a week, obviously it's going to fluctuate, but this is just taking the average. After 1 year, you're at $1,677. 3 years, $4,700. 5 years, $13,000. 10 years, $176,000 from 1,000. So this is actually a game changer. Again, we always test things before we release it to our members, so we're going to go through stringent testing ourselves. But I've got on a very reliable source that this has been earning 1 to 2% average on a week over the last 70 weeks. And the beauty about this, as opposed to the DeFi system that I articulated a bit earlier, is there is no maximum payout. There is no limit to this. You can just let this accrue. This one's an absolute game changer. I'm so excited to actually bring this on to us. So guys, I am conscious of the time, so I'm going to keep wrapping through it. So just summing up the 7 passive income streams: staking, interest-bearing assets, crypto mining, real estate, precious metals, yield farming, and automated trading. Who wants to see how much I'm making from all of this? Who wants to see what's possible when you put all of this together? I mean, the automated trading one, I haven't started testing that one specifically yet. All right, let's have a look. Let's put it all together. So here we have a table. Now this was as of about a month, 4 to 5 weeks ago. All values are in US dollars. It is a little bit lower at this stage, but this will give you a good feel of what's possible. Asset, you've got the cost that I paid for the asset, the current value at the time, and the APY, which is the yield. So asset number one, $18,000 I spent was worth 80,000, 48%, 3,200. And then we go through asset two, 14% APY. Asset three is crypto mining. It works out to be roughly about 40% at the moment if you're trying to quantify it in US dollars. The real estate one, as I mentioned, at 30%. And then we got the DeFi protocols. So I did get into these at reasonable prices. So cost price 10K worth about 40, 10K worth about 25. The last one, 13K worth about 50. And then you got the different APYs that I'm earning there. So in total, on this portfolio, invested about 80K US. Current value, now it's down a little bit now, it's closer to around 200. Current value 245 at the time. APY, 108%. So remember when I ran you through that calculator and we looked at if you could go from 5% to 10%, how much of a difference that makes in your ability to reduce the time to achieve financial freedom? Well, on this portfolio, and look, I am a little bit of a risk taker, so we don't normally teach our clients to take this much risk, but I'm happy to do that because I have the money to back that up. Over 100%. It's probably down, probably at about 100, maybe 95 to 100 at the moment. So that's 22,000 US dollars a month in yield. Crazy. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's a lot of money to coming through, but you have to understand with this stuff, you don't want to be taking it all out as income. You want to be reinvesting most of it. Remember the formula. Assets that go up in value generate a yield compound. Generate a yield compound. So the more that you take out as income, the less that there is there to actually compound and grow your wealth longer term. So you need to find a balance with it. So what I do with this is I'm taking 20% income out of two of the key DeFi protocols. So it works out to be about 3,100 US dollars a month. So that's just there to supplement my income. I've got multiple streams of income outside of crypto. And then whatever else is being invested back in. So taking out 3K, reinvesting 18,800. Who wants to be investing $18,800 US into crypto without spending any money? Chuck me a yes. I mean, you need to spend the money up front, right? You need to set everything up. You need the knowledge or whatever. And by the way, this has taken a couple of years for me to build. So again, this is not something that necessarily you're going to get overnight, but this is to give you an understanding of what is actually possible with these strategies. Awesome. Yeah, I got some really good comments there. Thanks, guys. So Dave's one of our clients. So Dave basically came to me, I think it was late 2020 or early 2021. He already was owning Bitcoin. He was down. He actually bought at the peak of the last cycle. He was like, oh, I'm down like, X $1,000, but I know I want to get into it again. I need someone that can help me. So he came aboard. He's basically said, there's no way I could navigate the crypto market without someone that knows their stuff and also spends the time required. That's the key thing. You might have the knowledge or the capability, but do you have all the time that's required to spend? After joining Breakout Solutions, my portfolio has 5x, and the best gains have come from crypto projects I'd have never discovered without Michael and Breakout's help. Dave's done really, really well from us and continues to be a strong supporter of everything that we do. So I'm not sure you're on the line, Dave, but if you do watch at some stage, thank you very much. Heaps of these stories, guys. I'll just give you a couple of these as we go through. You'll see some videos in a minute. Now that you understand the 7 strategies and achieve passive income, would you like me to actually run through how you can get started on this today as well? Just chuck me a yes if you'd like to see how we can help you start building all of this, right? Again, it doesn't happen overnight, but you need to start somewhere. Cool. Yeah, loving the engagement, guys. Thank you. Remember, prizes are coming, so you do want to stay on the line. I want to introduce you to the 1K Day Club. I know there are some members on the line who are on this. Great. This will be a really good recap for you because there's some more inclusions in here. For those that aren't, this is our entry-level club offering at Breakout Solutions, and it's designed to help you build the foundations for digital wealth and start creating multiple streams of income. It's for people typically new to crypto or early and looking to build all the right foundations. Usually you might be doubtful or critical, but still curious of what is possible. And it's the club that helps you build conviction and belief in the digital asset space. Now, you don't need to spend a lot of money to start investing. You can start with just $100 on one of the DeFi strategies that we teach. It's about dipping your toes in the water, trying for size, and does include multiple passive income strategies. Now, the name comes from, it's an aspirational goal. It's, can you generate, or can we help you generate $1,000 a day? So during the bull market, I was generating $2,500 US a day. And so the idea from our team, well, why don't we call it the 1K Day Club? You know, why do we have to slave away for 40 to 60 hours a week and earn money and retire in the future? Why can't we start earning lots of money now, right? So that's where the inspiration for this come from. Now, we are in the process of changing all of our dollar values to Australian dollars. We took on some feedback from our clients. Thank you very much. That'd be much easier to understand because the majority of the people on the line today are in Australia. So if you're in the US, you just need to make that adjusted. So the Decrypting Crypto package is included. You get the introductory course. We do a weekly newsletter. We do multiple YouTube shows every week, highlighting news, adoption highlights, market analysis, etc. Wasim and Matt do an amazing job of this. There are a whole bunch of other weekly sessions as well in financial education. Wasim does a lot of that as well. We do a monthly Zoom live update and Q&A as well. And we have experts that come on and deliver topics in all different areas. And you get access to our digital collective portal and, more importantly, our community, which I'm going to touch on a little bit more later. So we value that at $2,997. You get our digital wealth foundations course. Okay, so this is about laying all the foundations down. So, you know, what's the next evolution of the internet? What's blockchain, Bitcoin, altcoins? What are the use cases? What are the growth drivers? Just the minimum you need to know about the techie stuff. Setting up all your security fundamentals, your email, passwords, account management, keys management, seed phrases, wallets, privacy, more. And without doubt, this is the most important part of your crypto journey. And this is something that we definitely recommend. Hardware wallet, this is a ledger. We give you an option to buy that through us as well. Then it's about buying your first Bitcoin. So what's the difference between exchanges and brokers? How do you set it up, verify, authenticate, deposit, purchase? How do you withdraw it, send it, store it? That's all included here. Constructing your first portfolio. So what's portfolio theory? What's diversification? What are stable coins? How to create, build, and execute your first portfolio. Create your first passive income streams as well. So what is passive income? The power of compound interest. You know, how can you do that? And executing your first passive income streams. And then we have a whole bunch of stuff on advanced tips and strategies. So top tips to success, key mistakes to avoid, etc., etc. So that one there we value at $4,997. We then have something called the mini mirrored portfolio. Okay, so you'll get access to this for 12 months. This portfolio includes Bitcoin, Ethereum, and DAI, which is a stable coin. And we effectively trade this portfolio to accumulate more Bitcoin and Ethereum for you. You saw how powerful it is to accumulate more Bitcoin and Ethereum. We look at market trends and cycles. We bank profits and redeploy capital as we see fit. You simply got to deposit funds into your account and copy our portfolio, and that's it. It's a hands-off strategy. We post updates when we make changes so you can keep updated. Essentially, you don't have to worry about it again. You just set it up and you just follow progress on your phone or the web app. Very easy. Effectively have your own experienced trader working for you. So I work with our full-time trader, Matt, on managing all of these portfolios. And again, it's a hands-off strategy. Now, the mini mirrored portfolio is actually quite new to the 1K Day Club. So I'm just going to run you through a few slides now on the results we've achieved on our full mirrored portfolio, okay, which is the full package. So you can get a feel of the quality of this product and service. So on the screen now is when we launched in December 2020. So an investment of 5,000 when it's high is about a 12 or 13x at the peak. If you got in right at the start and you managed to take your money out right at the top, went like 13x in 6 months. That was during the bull market, so we managed to catch that. Even when the market crashed in May 2021, I think it was still up about 5x. So 5,000 into 30,000 was a 500% gain. Excuse me, or a 6x. Okay, now we moved to a platform that made it a lot easier to manage in July 2021, and that's this one here. Okay, so this is the results from July 2021 to October 2022. So the orange line there is Bitcoin, and the green one is our portfolio. Okay, so we're able to outperform Bitcoin quite considerably. And when Bitcoin did start pulling back, we still maintain our profit margin above it because we were moving more into stablecoin to protect those profits. Okay, so the time when I took this snapshot, actually the numbers are changed a little bit here, but you can see that we're still in quite a lot of stablecoin. In fact, I think we're in about 60% stablecoin at the moment. But what I want to show you is the effort that goes into actually managing this, guys. So for you, it's automated, it's hands off. For us, there's a lot of work. We effectively monitor this 24/7, and we're always looking at it every day, making decisions. right? So this is a chart of the Bitcoin price, and this is a snapshot that we did from July 2021 to May 2022, and we went back and looked at all the updates we did to the mirrored portfolio, right? And what performance we got out of it. So we restarted this in July 2021. Straight away, we immediately took some profit here because we saw the market was getting overextended. We actually took further profit here because we picked the day that this crash happened, right? And we took 10% of profit, and then the whole market crashed quite a lot. We went back in here, we reinvested 10%. We then saw that this was a bottom, so we reinvested another 10%. We saw it consolidating here, we would reinvest another 10%, and then everything we had left, we saw it was going to take off again, so we invested here. Immediately started taking profit because we saw it was getting overextended here. Gaming coins went absolutely bonkers in November 2021. So we particularly took some profits on those when Bitcoin was consolidating. Took some more profit here, 20%, 5% profit, had this massive capitulation week. I remember that day. We thought, oh, this is probably going to be a low. So we put in a fair bit. We put in 25%, saw that there was a weakness here, took more profit here, reinvested a bit here, took more profit here. And then lastly, I think this was in like May 2022, we saw that there was a lot of risk in the market. This is when Bitcoin was at 35,000, and we took a huge amount of profit. We took 50% profit on the portfolio at that stage, which turned out to be a very, very good decision. So so here are the results. So in that time period when we launched, Bitcoin was actually down 31% in that time period, right? Started here, finished down here. Our portfolio was up 47.5%. So we nearly outperformed Bitcoin by 80% in what, just under a year, right? Pretty crazy, right? So that shows you the value of this mini mirrored portfolio service. And this is the full one, but the mini one works off the same service, just Bitcoin, Ethereum, and DAI. Now that one there, I don't even know what we value that one at. I'll get to that in a minute, but that's super, super valuable service. Then you get our HODL portfolio. So this is a new one that we are putting together for the 1K Day Club. So our research team's focus is on finding great projects. Now we have a 10-point checklist that we use to vet projects, and any of them that pass the criteria, we create a report on them, and we put information together, and then we build research portfolios out of those. So we've got one for infrastructure, we've got one for decentralized finance, we've got one for gaming metaverse, and we've got one for layer 2 solutions. What we're doing now is we've handpicked the best projects from each of these portfolios, and we put it together and packaged it up in this HODL portfolio. You're probably thinking, well, what's HODL? HODL was someone misspelling the word hold, and so someone created an acronym for it called Hold On for Dear Life. So this is about buying projects that we believe has huge future potential. So you just want to buy and you want to sit on it and leave it for years potentially. Okay, and then if you can earn rewards from staking, things like that, which will also teach you how to do, then you can get some extra benefit out of it. Going to save you many, many hours of cumbersome research, and time on research for this basically. So valued at 4,997. The passive income short course. Okay, so this is basically the DeFi protocol we ran through before on how to generate 1% a day. So there's a course on there, so you can set it all up, you can invest, how to buy and use it. Basically runs through everything. I think some of the valued at numbers are not quite right. So I got this one valued at 2,997. So we'll sum this all up in a minute. How to spend your crypto. So you saw me talk about different cards that you can use. And this is one of the most common requests we get. Well, how can I spend my crypto? Or what's the point of investing into it if I can't spend it? Well, you can. You can pretty much buy anything with crypto now. So we've completed a short course just on this, all different ways you can spend your crypto without having to redraw it back to your bank account. Okay, so it also includes the ability to be able to pay for your bills, rent, holidays, everything can be done now through crypto using cards or other websites, okay? And also includes a very, very cool multi-currency crypto debit card, which I used through Europe, so I didn't get charged any foreign transaction fees. So very, very cool. So that's also included in the course. Value that one at 1,997. The 1K Day Club monthly update and Q&A. So you get 12 months access to this as well. Really, really important to stay on top of things in crypto, but it is super takes a lot of time to be able to do that. So we do recommend that you digest the weekly newsletter and the YouTube shows. But additionally, we hold a monthly update and a Q&A with our 1K Day members, where we run through all the updates that have happened in the last month, everything that affects your membership. So you get everything in like a 30 to 45-minute period. So that could be general market update, latest updates with the DeFi protocols, new inclusions, upcoming events, Q&A, anything. Super, super valuable. We'll value that at $2,997. We also give you free crypto every month as well. So this is us committing to our mission of helping 1 million people achieve financial independence by the year 2032. So we actually send you free crypto every month. So it's done by airdropping one of the DeFi protocols to you every single month. It did start weekly, we'll just move it to monthly and makes it a little bit more efficient for us. The value does vary at the moment. It's probably only $10 to $15 US a month. But at the end of the last bull market, it was $250 to $300 a month US. So, you know, when the next bull market comes around, this could literally be worth thousands. Yeah. So this just helps you accelerate your accumulation of assets, generate more yield, accelerate that whole thing. So that's something we commit to in this platform as well. Our community, I love our community. I know there's a bunch of people on the line today that are from our community. Thank you so much for making this such a wonderful place for people to learn and grow in crypto. So you get 12 months access to this, our 24/7 digital wealth community. Got over 500 members now from all over the world who are supporting each other to accelerate our path to financial freedom. Okay, so it includes our 6 wonderful coaches, as well as other team members at Breakout Solutions that are regularly online to answer questions. In fact, you know, sometimes you can ask a question and get a response within minutes. So we do post regular updates, market analysis, warnings, airdrops, and stacks of other stuff here. And recently our warnings on situations like Luna, BlockFi, Celsius, Celsius is one that we caught a little bit too late. FTX, there's a whole bunch of warnings that have gone out that our clients have said have literally saved them tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Maybe if any members here might be able to throw a couple comments in the chat there. So yeah, super valuable. In fact, our members say that this is probably valued at the highest inclusion of everything. So, but we value this at $2,997. Something that we've launched recently in the last month or so, the demand from our clients was, hey, well, can we have a coaching session to help us with implementing things? So we've over-delivered and we run now 2 of them every single week. Okay, so this gives you 12 months access to the weekly group sessions. There's a morning and an afternoon on a Wednesday, so it doesn't matter where in the world you are, you can attend. Because look, the biggest challenge in crypto is actually getting the right support to actually get all this stuff set up. And we recognize that, and that's why we do this now. Matt's been fantastic at running these. Thank you, Matt. And basically being able to have time with a coach is going to save you heaps of time and money. So we run multiple ones of these a day, and then you can jump in whenever you want. So huge continued value over the year. So we roughly just said, oh, well, about $100 a day, $100, you know, $50 a session, essentially. That's how we value that at $5,000. What some of our members are saying, I do believe Georgie is on the line. This was a beautiful testimonial we got from Georgie not that long ago. Just going to highlight a couple elements here. She said, this is the 6th course I have done on crypto over the last year and a bit. Wow. Your training is the best by far with respect to how you teach, which makes it super easy to implement. Your Millionaire Club also has the most wide-ranging scope of information on different strategies to invest into. And I love these last 2 sentences. Also, your goals and desire to help people are the most in line with mine. Thank you so much for everything you do. I am so grateful to have found you. Touches my heart every time I read that out. So I really appreciate that feedback, Georgie. Thank you. Thank you very much. Lance, another one of our wonderful members. So basically, Lance saying here, crypto is such a steep learning curve and you want a decent guide beside your side so you don't fall into the traps that most investors do. These guys certainly know their stuff. It's been very beneficial to learn from their mistakes and their experience. We got him into a well-diversified portfolio and his results were pretty insane. So he's more than 5x his investment, taking his risk capital out, and now enjoying the benefits of growing multiple passive income streams to supplement his income. I think Lance has a really powerful message. He did do a short video for us. So I'm just going to play a really short video for you. I think it will be of interest.
Hey Michael, and to the whole Breakout crew. Just want to jump in and leave a quick video testimonial for you guys. Look, I know you're actively growing, and I hope this can help in some small way. I love the community you're establishing. I'm a huge benefactor of it, so thank you very much. We were on a charity ride. We raised a lot of money for orphans over in Thailand and got to know him riding 500 Ks around Thailand in sweltering heat. So yeah, genuinely got to know the guy pretty well. He's a genuine guy. He wants to give back. He's got a big heart. It made it very, very easy for me to jump on and trust him, but I realized a lot of people didn't get to know him the way I do. And crypto is one of those spaces where there's still a lot of cowboys out there. Everybody's trying to sell you stuff. There's a lot of snake oil, and the hardest thing is trying to figure out who to trust. Since I've been playing with these guys, I'm 5 times my capital invested. I don't know where and how you get to do that on any other thing. Obviously, that's not a promise for everybody, but if you listen to what they're teaching, they're not overhyped. They test stuff before they roll it out, and like I say, their intentions are genuine. Keen to leave your testimonial, hopefully encourage some other people to come play. I love the fact that you've got the freemium options, that people can come and they can get a sense of the community, what you share, without having to invest anything. At that point, hopefully you'll jump into the same things that I have. Good luck, guys. Thanks for your support. Yeah, good luck for the growth.
Sorry, guys, I just realized I was not off mute. So here's all the inclusions here. I won't read them out again. Recapping it all, $33,000 worth of value, guys, massive amounts. You're obviously not going to be paying that today. The way we're doing this is it's 3,997 AUD is your investment today. And for those that want to preserve cash flow on a bit of an easier way to pay, it's 3 easy monthly payments of $14.97 Australian dollars per month. Now, I do have a little bit more to cover before we get to the prizes. I am conscious of the time, so I'm going to try and keep moving through it for you guys. So there's the link. I've just pasted the link in the chat if you do want to bring that up and start reviewing that. I'm going to speed through these guys. There's a whole bunch of bonuses that we want to give you for this. So the financial freedom formula. So you saw me run through that today. Super powerful. Calculate your financial freedom number. Understand exactly what you need to do. How to prevent hackers from stealing your crypto assets. So this is going to be all the safety procedures you need to protect your crypto assets, 7 ways to recognize a phishing email, basically how to protect yourself against hackers trying to steal your assets. Number 3, how to spot and avoid scams. I can't highlight how important this is. We teach you the psychology and characteristics of scammers, the 10 common types of scams, 3 surefire signs of a scam, 7 tips to avoid, the most important trait you need to protect yourself in the cryptoverse, and just basically how to make sure that you don't get caught on scams. Bonus number 4, how to create generational wealth in a bear market. This was a private coaching session we gave to our members, all different viewpoints of experienced and newbie investors, the right mindset, disposition, and practices during a bear market cycle, the 3 stages of a bear market and what you need to do at each stage, the 9 critical steps to getting through a bear market successfully, the best habits to develop, the most important attitude adjustments, where to make the safest investments in a bear market, and the optimal setup during the bear market to be ready for the next bull market. This is super, super important at the moment because we are in the depths of the bear market as we speak. Bonus number 5, set up and training a portfolio tracking app. So get this on your phone, connect it to your portfolios and understand what's happening with your portfolio. Bonus number 6 is your one-on-one onboarding session with one of our experienced coaches. So this is to help you get started, show you around the portal, talk you through what you need to do, understand your existing situation, maybe help you put a bit of a success plan in place as well. And also what we'll do is assess whether you might be a good fit for our done with you and our done for you offerings as well. If you need that extra level of support, rather than just doing it yourself, and we actually have services for that as well that we evaluate in the onboarding session with you. Here's a new one, guys. We're going to be running a really exciting event early to mid next year, I think March, April-ish, called Empower Your Future. You're going to get 2 tickets to this event as well. So we're basically going to be running 2 days on how to set yourself up for the future that you want to live. So we're going to workshop and you're going to create your life by design blueprint. So you know exactly what your life needs to look like and what you need to do to get there. You're going to discover practical wealth mindset strategies and techniques as well to help you with your investing and honestly just in life. Really, really important for laying the foundations for your future success. And there's going to be a whole day on the latest investment strategies. So super, super excited about this. That's chucked in there as a bonus as well. So let's sum all that up, guys. We add all this up, add in the bonuses, $40,000 worth of value, only $3,997 today, or 3 payments of $1,497. All right, let's keep cracking along. Crypto mining NFTs, you'll see that on the page. In fact, I'll run you through this in a minute. So this is, we covered this on how powerful this is as a passive income strategy. So you'll be able to buy just one of these through the initial purchase process as well. So that will be on there. If you're not sure, guys, there is a 14-day money-back guarantee as well. So if you do decide that it's not a good fit for you, we will refund your investment. We just ask that in the 14 days that you do go through some of the content, you have your onboarding session with us, and you actually have attempted to actually do some of the education in that time, which you can absolutely do. You know, yes, there's a cost to getting started on this. Yes, you need to put some effort in. But I think the most important thing really you need to look at is, well, what's the cost if I don't take action? Right? What's the cost if I just sit here and keep doing the same thing that I've been doing up until now? Right? You stay stuck in the financial matrix, slave away a 40-hour week and never reach financial independence for you or your family. Watch others create generational wealth over coming years and wish it was you, could be another thing, another opportunity cost. You might look back in X years' time and regret not actually getting started in digital assets when you had an unbelievable chance to do so during a bear market. Generational wealth is made during these times where people are scared, guys. Don't look back and regret that. Or what happens is you don't invest, and when the bull market comes around, you get excited and everything gets hyped and it's all over the news, and then you come in and you start investing, right? Bear markets, it's like growing a farm. You plant your seeds in the bear market, you give them time to grow and the crops to grow, and you harvest them during the bull market. The problem is people are coming at harvest season trying to cash in. Doesn't work that way. In fact, you end up usually buying at the top, panic selling at the low and losing money. That's why 90% of investors do not make money. Sit there and have to work until you reach 65 years old, and then you can retire and live your life, which I think is an absolute crock. So just consider those things when you are considering this. Guys, special bonus on this. So this is something that we've been working on for quite a while. It is going to be ready probably in the next month or so. We are trying to make sure that we try and time the market relatively well with this piece of content, because we are investing in really early stage projects. Okay, so these are these early stage projects we find have huge potential. These are like the lesser known gems that have up to 100x potential for the next bull market. It's the same criteria we've used to pick winners that have 20 to 300x. I'm going to show you some of those in a minute, and includes information on each project and the safest ways to purchase it. Even just one of these projects take off can create amazing returns. Here's an example of some of the other picks that we have made. Polygon, 877% return. Solana, 889. Thor, 1288. Luna, before it crashed, 2155. Link, 23,000% return. Synthetics, 33,000% return. This is insane, guys. So let's have a look. $500 invested. If you invested into each of these, 4,300, 4,400, 6,400, 10,000, 118,000, 167,000. Guys, it's the only asset class really that has the potential to transform one investment into potentially a life-changing gain. And that's really when we look at these diamond in the rough investments. Okay, so this is a super powerful, super powerful investment, guys. This one here is limited. This is only going to be for the first. Actually, let me have a look. You know what? I'm going to make this first 10 members. I want to make sure as many people get this as possible. So let's do it. Let's do first 10 people will actually get this one. Cool. All right. Let's have a couple on the screen. Yeah, first 10 members only, guys. Can't tell you how powerful this bonus is. All right. Now, before we get to the prizes, there's one more action taker special. If you purchase the 1K Day Club in the next 60 minutes, so guys, we're very big on promoting action takers, so please pay attention to this one. If you purchase up front in the next 60 minutes, we'll discount the package of $1,000 AUD or 680 US. Okay, so instead of paying 3,997 AUD, you're only paying 2,997 AUD. You're saving 25% by being an early action taker, or it's 2,038 US dollars. This is only for the next 60 minutes. And there is a coupon code to use for this. I'm going to really quickly just run you through this. I'm just going to put it in the chat. And then what I'm going to do is just show you the page. So, guys, I mentioned we're in the process of converting our pricing from US dollars to AUD dollars. Well, we couldn't actually do that on the form. So the form still has the values, but they've been converted, the US dollar values, they've been converted to Australian dollars. So you are paying the Australian dollar price. It's just going to be paying it in the US dollar. We couldn't actually change this on our platform easily. So here you'll see all the inclusions. Here you'll see the bonuses. You get your money back guarantee and secure payments. And basically you fill out these details here, and down the bottom, you'll choose which one, either one-time payment or 3 easy payments. If you want the discount, you have to click here. And this where it says have a coupon code. Have a coupon code, click here and you put in the word now and you hit apply. Right? And then that'll discount by the $638 or so US, which is $1,000 US. Okay. So this, I'm starting a 60-minute timer on this now. And so basically that $1,000 discount will stop in 60 minutes. Okay. All right, guys. And if you do have any questions, I do have people on the line. Thank you, Wasim, for catching any questions, because we are going to get to those in a minute. So yeah, I want to talk a little bit about Matt's story. So literally we're doing the prizes next, guys. So we are basically there. I know it's gone a little bit over time, and I hope you got a lot of value and really appreciate your time to have us present today. So Matt basically came to us. He's an ex-gym owner that actually was been a full-time trader for 4 or 5 years. Came to us, didn't know anything about DeFi, and basically was able to start making a lot of money from DeFi protocols after we coached him and trained him on how to do that. He actually loved, our passion for helping people in our mission so much that Matt is now part of the team. He's a very, very valued member of the team now, and he is helping us drive this mission. And I think Matt has a pretty cool message to share. But look, I am conscious of the time, so I'm not going to play his video now, but it's a very, very powerful video about his experience with us. Potentially, we can come back to it again soon. So yeah, I'm going to come back. So this 60-minute timer will chip away. Now let's go, guys. We're getting into the prizes now. I can see that there's some people that have unfortunately dropped off the line, probably 5 or 10 people since we started. So unfortunately they'll miss out on this opportunity, but that's all right. Everyone who is here can win. Now, if you are an existing member, there was some criteria to go through in order to be able to achieve that. Iris, if you're on the line, do you want to just link me the wheel again? Because I didn't actually put that up in time. So yeah, if you're an existing member, then you won't be able to win the package if your name comes out. But if you're on the 1K Day Club and you win the major prize, you can get upgraded and things like that. So what I'm going to do, I do want to protect the. Basically, here's a quick look at how we do it. There's a wheel. I'm not going to show you because I just want to protect privacy of people on the line. So yeah, we've got all of our names on this wheel. Normally I show you kind of an example of how it works. So let me just see if I can find one. So it just works like this, right? Where we've got everyone's name. There's a lot more people than that, and it'll just spin and stop on someone. So what are the actual prizes? So let's go through. Third prize, crypto mining NFT, guys. It's actually, I think it's valued at thousands, but what we charge for it is 550 AUD or 370 US. So this is going to be third prize. I'm now spinning, and we are going to see who this is going to land on. Okay, the name is ALMC. Is ALMC. Who is that? Oh yeah, I can see someone on the line. Brilliant. Can you? How do we? We need to get an. Okay, so what I'll get you to do: send an email to support@breakoutsolutions.com and mention that you won the crypto mining NFT. And there you go. Awesome work, man. Congratulations. Fantastic. All right. Second prize, guys. We're giving away a 1K Day Club. If you have taken the fast action bonus and you do win, we will refund your money. Okay, guys, let's go. I'm just going to refresh this, and we are going to spin it, and someone's going to earn 12 months to the 1K Day Club. I just went through how much value is in this. Super excited. Okay, we have a winner. It is Kashbu Soni. Is Kashbu Soni on the line? I'm just going to copy and paste. Copy and paste. Yes, I can see you on the line. So yeah, Irish, please put a message out to Kashbu Soni as well. Mate, congratulations. Well, all right. That is a life-changing prize. Guys, we have a massive prize so right here. Now, I haven't had a chance to go through this yet, but our flagship club is actually called the Millionaire Club. And this is for people that they want to get really deep in, learn all the advanced stuff. They've got more money to invest and they really want to diversify and go really deep. This is where our highest value proposition is, I believe, as an organization, is the Millionaire Club. It's valued at over $100,000. This one is massive. This is an absolute life changer. This is probably the last time I think we're going to give away this in an event. So I'm going to spin it. And this is super exciting. This one is massive. All right, the winner is Alicia. Wow, congratulations. That is massive. That is massive. I hope you're jumping up and down right now because that is a huge prize. That is a huge prize. Okay, where are we at with the timer? 54 minutes. Yeah, massive congrats, guys. That is massive. Now, for people that are on the line, I do have some questions, frequently asked questions. So if you're kind of wondering a few things, now is the time to start asking your questions. And I'm sure Wasim has been collating those for me as we go, but there are some ones that I'm going to run through as well that we often get. So first one that we get, yes, Alicia. Yes, that's you. That's you. So just reply to Irish with your full name. Irish, give her our email address and we will respond. So first one is, do you have a guarantee on results? So look, unfortunately, we can't guarantee results because the market is the market. I mean, we can guarantee things like the APY that you earn from Be For Real, is 30% annually. So there are some things that are just, we know are going to happen, but in terms of results, I mean, it depends on what the market does. Like if we go into a bull market in the next kind of 6 to 12 months, which is possible, results are going to be off the tree. I mean, you saw how I went through how we 15x'd in, 6 months. But then if we're at a bear market for the next 12 months, then, we're not going to be making those life-changing gains, but we are planting the seeds to get ready for that next bull market when that does hit. So no, we can't guarantee results, but we can guarantee that we will support you, teach you, and help you on the journey such that when the market conditions are favorable, then that's when we make the life-changing wealth. Okay, so that's that one. What results have you achieved in the last 12 months that we have been in a bear market? And it's a very valid question. I've get asked this a lot recently. So look, our mirrored portfolio, because we're in a bear market, the mirrored portfolio is what's known as a long only strategy. Okay, so it only really makes money when we're in a bull market. So it's down. The mirrored portfolio is probably down 30 to 40%, maybe even 35 to 45% now over the last 12 months, because the top of the bull market was basically almost exactly 12 months ago. However, if you look at the rest of the market is down between 75 to 90%. So the reason we're able to only be down, say 40 to 45% is because we started to convert our profits back to stablecoin during November, December, January, etc. So we're able to preserve some of those profits as the market was going down. Okay, but so that's in terms of the mirrored portfolios. In terms of the passive income strategies, these still work. In fact, the passive income strategies are absolutely brilliant, in any market condition. So I showed you before how much money I was making about, 6 weeks ago or something, before the most recent drop in the market. So performance has been great on the passive income strategies. Now, some of these we've only launched recently. Be For Real, the mining NFTs, that auto trader is coming. So the best returns really are still yet to come. But definitely the last 12 months has been mixed. The long only strategies like the mirror portfolios are down. The passive income strategies will just keep going, and then you just compound and take profits as you will. Most of it's compounding now. You don't really take a lot of profits during a bear market. It's all about just compounding and growing your assets so that when the bull market comes, it goes ballistic. Next one, is there a cooling off period? So look, the 14-day money back guarantee is basically how that works. So I definitely recommend that you get stuck in. You'll get instant access. Basically, if you go through and purchase, you'll get instant access to that. You'll be able to log in and you'll be able to instantly start going through the courses. And they're short courses, guys. They're not 6-week courses and things like that, right? In the 1K Day Club, you can digest the decrypting crypto in probably a couple of hours. The 1K Day Club will take a bit longer. It might take you a week or two, but definitely encourage you to jump in and start experiencing, what's in there. You want to have your onboarding session with Matt as soon as you can. You'll be able to book that in through Zoom and just go into it hard. And then look, if in the 14 days you don't feel like it's a good fit, that's why we have the refund opportunity there. What can I expect as a return over the coming 12 months, given it might be a bear market? I think I might have covered that a little bit already. Look, you can never know what's going to happen in the future. You can never predict the future. I think definitely the next 6 months could be a little bit challenging, and there could be more opportunity there. I think maybe when the market might go up a bit, but we think it's going to come down again before it starts going up again. So we're pretty defensive at the moment. Like, our passive income strategies are still chipping away and we're reinvesting. We're doing all of that. In terms of the mirrored portfolios, we're about 50 to 60%, I think, in stablecoin at the moment. So we are being very defensive at the moment because we do see a lot of risks in the macro market. But again, this is an opportunity for you, especially if you're new coming in. The best times to invest is when things are bad, when there is all the fear and the uncertainty and the doubt. They are the best time. So definitely now is a perfect time to get started. And then we help you position right such that if the market does drop further, it just becomes a bigger opportunity for you. How much do I need to start investing with? Great question. I've got some of my private clients come to me with $50,000 to $100,000 to invest, right? So you might not have that level of conviction or that amount of money to start with. Look, the key DeFi strategy we include in the 1K Day Club, you can start literally with $50 to $100. Literally, you can start, but you're not going to be able to do all the strategies with that, right? Ideally, I'd say like the Digital Wealth Foundations course works around about a $1,500 to $2,000 AUD money investment. So that would be a great place to start. 5 to 10K, perfect. If you're starting with kind of over 10 to 15K, definitely have a chat to us on the onboarding session, because you may even be a good fit for the Millionaire Club and some of the other packages and the other support that we provide. But if you're not quite sure, you can start with, I don't know, let's say $400 to $500, especially with the diamond in the roughs, that special bonus. You put $50 to $100 into those, and they can really make a big difference if they pan out, during the next bull market. What is the difference between 1K Day Club and Millionaire Club? I've touched on this briefly a bit already. The 1K Day Club is the foundations. That is where you want to start. Even if you think you're a good fit for the Millionaire Club, you need to start on the 1K Day Club. But you want to make that purchase today. Make sure you get in on the fast action bonus, special action bonus. We've got 47 minutes left on that. And then when we go through the onboarding session, if we determine that you are a good fit for the Millionaire Club, whatever you've invested, like the money that you've invested in the 1K Day Club to buy it, will credit towards the Millionaire Club. So only if you do that within the first 30 days. So this is why I really, really recommend that you take action, because we'll basically take your 1K Day Club fees that you paid us, like this fee, and we'll credit it against your Millionaire Club. The Millionaire Club is really for if you've got a lot more money to invest. Basically, if you've got more than, ideally, it's like 15 to 20K AUD. It's probably the best fit for you. So I'd be encouraging you that, start on the 1K Day Club. Let us understand where you're at. And the Millionaire Club just has all of the different strategies that we offer, and more comprehensive support. You get one-on-one coaching sessions. There's special channels in the community. There's a whole bunch of different offerings that are in there. I'm not going to go through that in detail today, but it's really, really for the kind of the advanced or more sophisticated investor, or someone that has a lot more money to invest. If things are too hard to implement on my own, how do I get help? So our Slack community is fantastic for this. You can ask any question. You'll get really, really good responses pretty quickly and easily through there, either from the Breakout team or other members of the community. What else? The weekly coaching sessions is fantastic as well. I really, really encourage you to take advantage of that. They're scheduled for 30 minutes Wednesday morning and Wednesday evening, but they can go longer if they need to. And that's really will help guide you through all that. And that's probably the two key things, the two ways that you're going to get help from us if you need it. Are there discounts for family and friends? Good question. So look, what we do have, and I didn't have time to cover it today, but we do have something called the advocacy program. And this is something we've built to help empower our members to be able to share this message with us about helping people achieve financial freedom and to help them actually bring people into our community so they can safely learn and benefit from the crypto space. So that basically gives you there's a small discount that you can offer them when you're an advocate. So you need to be a paid member of Breakout to have access to the advocacy program. You actually get 20% rewards from anything that they spend, and we actually give you some coupon codes to give them a discount as well. So that would be the best way. You want to be involved first, and then you'll be able to help to bring them in a safe environment, and both of you or all of us will be able to benefit from that. How long will it take to go through the entire course? Good question. So the 1K Day Club, look, it's designed for usually 2 to 3 weeks if you are committed. If you kind of want to chip away at it, obviously it's going to take longer than that. Some people knock it over in a week. So if you are tech savvy, you'll be able to do it really quickly and just fly through everything. If you're less tech savvy, then you probably want to be using some of our weekly coaching sessions to get support with that. So that might go through, I mean, it could be 2 or 3 months. You know, we do have, I don't know if there's any other questions. So we do have other support options done with you, done for you as well. So we can actually set the whole thing up for you. There's a certain process, vetting criteria we need to go through to confirm that you're a good fit for that. So again, we do that in the onboarding session with you. But if you are doing it yourself, probably a couple of weeks up to maybe, 2 or 3 months if you wanted to kind of spread out your effort there. How accessible are the coaching staff to helping us implement if things get stuck? So I'd say we're very accessible. In fact, we're probably on here too often helping out rather than, sometimes on weekends, maybe we should be living our life rather than sitting on Slack helping people, but we're very passionate about what we do. So you can access all of us through chat at any time, pretty much through Slack. A little bit harder to get us on the phone. I mean, the weekly coaching sessions are the best way to do it in the community. If you need one-on-one sessions, we do charge that for additional if you are on the 1K Day Club. They are included to a certain amount on the Millionaire Club. So they're very accessible though, very, very accessible. Cool. So in case you're not, the link is being lost a little bit. I'm going to chuck the link back in. Just need to have a quick break and then we're going to start tackling any other questions and see we've still got a stack of people on the line. All right, where we're at with the timer. Timer 42 minutes. Cool.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, mate. How you going?
Good. All right, so I've got a few questions that I've collated here. If I've missed anything, please let me know, guys. Well, I've got quite a few to go through, so just listen out. And yeah, if the questions if your question doesn't come up, please let me know. So first of all, we had a question from Denny asking about the price of the NFTs. Are they going to stay at $370 USD, or are they going to go up in price?
That's a good question. Look, they're going to stay there for the time being. A couple of points I want to make with those is we don't know whether we're going to be able to offer those indefinitely. So I'm hoping for the next 2 to 3 months, because at the moment there is a limited number of those. It's still a heap of them left. But we're looking at for a more permanent solution to that. So it's something that can be ongoing. So I would say you definitely want to be in the next 1 to 2 months getting as many of those as you want to get, because after the next couple of months, we may not have them until we can set up a more permanent solution. So definitely the price is going to go up at some stage. We're not looking to up it at least for the rest of this year, for the next few weeks. But again, if we do need to go to another solution to make it to give it more longevity, then yeah, it's going to cost more. So we're going to have to up the price. So you definitely want to be grabbing as many of those in the next couple of months as you would like, just in case they do run out with our partner, and then we're going to need to come up with, and we are working on a more permanent solution, but honestly, it could take 3 to 6 months before we can put a whole system in place for that.
Thank you. Next question I have is from Linda Miller, asking about, do we have to pay tax on profits in Australia?
Great question, Linda. Yes, you do. So crypto is treated as capital gains in Australia. So if you buy crypto, if you buy Bitcoin at $10,000 and you sell at $20,000, you are paying capital gains between those 2 points. So on the $10,000 gain, if you do hold the asset for 12 months or more, I think you get a 50%, 30 to 50% discount on that. And someone might be able to correct me on that. I think it might be 50. So instead of paying, tax on the 10K, you'll pay tax on the 5K, or whatever your tax is half, something like that. So it is something you do need to be aware of. We do, in the Millionaire Club, we do have it's videos, but it will be a course, a crypto tax 101 course. We did have an expert come in and deliver a whole presentation on it as well, which is available in the 1K Day Club actually. So we had an accountant expert come in and talk about all the implications of tax. And we are looking to partner with probably multiple companies to actually help do the tax side for you, because come end of financial year can be quite cumbersome to actually calculate your tax. Although there are applications to do that, you do need kind of a certain level of knowledge to be able to do that well. So hopefully that answered the question, Linda. Thank you for the question.
Next question from Sophie Amart. Do you have bank transfers to start for Australians?
Bank transfers in order to pay for the fees?
Yes, that's what I understood.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. It's a little bit more manual on our side, but yeah, we can. If you don't have a card to pay, then what we can do is we'll set up, we'll get you to do a bank transfer. Probably what we'll do is issue an invoice actually, and then we'll get you to do a bank transfer, and then we'll give you a coupon code to then put it through the online system, so the whole thing's automated. So yeah, we can do that. Please, just the easiest way to do that is to reach out to us at support@breakoutsolutions.com. Now, if you do actually, because if you're going to pay by bank transfer, you probably want to take advantage of this offer. Yeah, okay. So if you're one of the people that want to pay using a bank transfer, please send an email to support@breakoutsolutions.com now within the 38 minutes. And if you do that, we'll use the timestamp on your email to make sure that you got in on time. So yeah, please do that, because if you contact us on Monday or something, you're going to miss out on that opportunity. There's a comment there from Joe that says, "Can you call us?" So Wasim, I'm wondering if you could maybe take carriage of that. Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, next up, from Marlies asking, how can you make the money you showed us on the mirrored portfolio?
Yeah, that's a good question, Marley. So the money I made on the mirrored, well, not us, not me specifically, we all did if you were in at the time. That was made during a bull market. So December 2020, basically for all of 2021, we're in a crypto bull market. And so if you got in early with us, and some of our members did in December 2020, we're able to catch the start of that. So we're able to plant our seeds quickly. And then our harvest season came, right, where we're able to then, make a lot of profit. At the moment, we're in a bear market. In fact, the market's been going down in general. Bitcoin's been going down. Bitcoin's down, I don't know, 70% or something since November last year. So we're in a bear market. So those returns on the mirrored portfolio, we won't be able to get them in the current state of the market. But what we need to do is you need to make sure that you are invested in these different mechanisms, because the bull market, the bull market can technically start at any time. We don't really 100% know when it's going to, although I do think it's probably 6 or 12 months away, but we just don't know, right? I just think the macro conditions overall in the world are a bit challenging at the moment. So you do have time to start making sure that you are invested and positioned right, so that when the bull market comes, I promise you, things take off, and it completely shocks you as the prices that things can go to during a bull market, because there's a lot of hype and speculation. So you do need to take some time. It does take some time to do that. We don't have any control over the market. We do have control over the mirrored portfolio, but unless the market is booming, we won't see those results. So the game, Marlies, I mean, we've spoken about this and I explain this to all of our members. The game we're playing is 3 to 5 years. That's really what you want to look at this. It's not the next 6 to 12 months. If you're trying to make heaps and heaps of money from crypto in the next 6 to 12 months, you need a lot of money to start with, and you need to take a lot of risk. So we do recommend starting to get invested now, and we help you do that. But it's really, we're playing for the next bull market. We're playing for when the financial conditions are great again. And, you know, it still could be a couple of years away. So yeah, that's hopefully that answers that question for you, Marlies. It's a good question.
Thank you. Another question from Denis. Will the hang on, it's the same one. Can it be sold back after 2 years if decide not interested?
Yeah, that's a really good question, actually. So that's the beauty of the NFTs, right? If you know about them, you can actually resell those. So I actually anticipate that those NFTs will have a high value in the future, because they're kind of linked to the value of Bitcoin, right? So as Bitcoin goes up in price, these NFTs are now making more money, which means they're more valuable. So absolutely, the price, the market rate, I suppose, for those will go up in value over that time. So yes, you will be able to sell it. At what price you'll be able to sell it for, it just depends on what's happening at the market at that period of time. But yeah, you could use it for a couple of years. All you're doing, whatever wallet that NFT is in, whatever crypto wallet it's in, that's where the Bitcoin is being sent, right? So you could sell it to someone else, which you can just do through, you'll be able to do through OpenSea. I don't think you can do it at this stage. You can sell it to someone else and then they'll start getting the Bitcoin. So potentially actually a really, really powerful investment. Yeah, so the Bitcoin is paid out on the Binance Smart Chain network, on the BSC network as BTCB. So that's getting a little bit technical for guys on the line, but it just means that we can pay it out regularly without getting hit with big fees. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question for you.
Thank you. Okay, we've got a question from Shilpa Patel. If one purchased the 1K day club during the Black Friday sale that we had, does that include these bonuses?
Yeah, that's a good question. So were you on the trial, or were you on like, have you actually upgraded to the full amount, or is it just the trial? Who asked the question?
It was Shilpa Patel.
Okay. So the trial is there to just give you a taste of the club, so you can start getting things set up. Some of the bonuses will be on the portal, yeah. Some of them won't be, because they're kind of delivered separately. So what I would encourage you, I don't know exactly what's on there and what isn't in terms of all those bonuses, but some of them definitely aren't. Really, to get the whole package that we've run through, you'll need to buy the package, and that gives you 12 months access to everything. So basically, at the end of the trial, then that's when the upgrade would be. So look, anyone who was on the $1 trial, we can clarify some of that with you. What I would encourage you to do is, again, if you are interested in upgrading, please make sure, this goes for anyone. If you are interested in upgrading, and maybe, or buying, and maybe you're not 100% sure, please send us an email to support at Breakout Solutions. We'll receive that, and at least it shows that you were on the line and you expressed interest within the timer period, and then potentially we can still offer you the deal. So yeah, you might not get the first 10 bonus if everyone's bought that between now and then, but at least you get access to the upfront discount if you do reach out to us.
Thank you. Another question from Ross, which is around the 3997 for 12 months access for the 1K day club, right?
3997 AUD, yep, for the 1K day club, yep.
But there's also a discount on that, yeah?
Yeah. So the discount, let me just bring that one back up on here as well. So there's a $1,000 Australian discount if you use, actually I just put it here, if you use this coupon code now. Okay, I can see you're on the line, Ross. So when you go to the page, I'll quickly show you again. So it'll discount $1,000 Australian the prices on this page, as I mentioned before, they are in US dollars because we weren't able to, it's not easy for us to convert it. But you click that button there where it says I have a coupon code, and you put in now, and you'll see that this upfront amount comes down to 2038. So that's equivalent to basically 2997 AUD. So this discount code is only going to work whilst this 60-minute timer is on. Okay, it's a special fast action bonus. So that'll give you that extra $1,000 bonus.
Thank you. Shilpa is asking, is there a similar session like this for the Millionaire Club?
We do have a presentation for the Millionaire Club. But it's a little bit different to this. The Millionaire Club is really only accessible through the 1K Day Club. We've kind of changed that recently so that you can have the right foundations, and then you can upgrade from there. So what I would encourage you to do is really purchase the 1K Day Club, and then in the first kind of 1 month, we can do a session with you. We can run you through the Millionaire Club. We can make sure you're a good fit for it, and then we can upgrade you that way. That's the best way to do it. That's the way we do it. And that way we actually run through the Millionaire Club with you one-on-one. We actually run through it all, and to make sure that you're actually going to get enough value out of it to justify upgrading. Hopefully that answers your question.
Thank you. And last question that I have here is from Domenico.
Yeah.
Not sure I say last name, Pistilli.
Yeah.
Pistilli. Is it possible to get the NFT mining? So I'm not sure whether he means just NFT mining on his own or extra NFT mining.
Yeah. He does. I think he does mean it by his own. Hi, Dom. I know who you are. We've had some conversations in the past. Let me have a think about that. Typically, we've only been offering the mining NFTs to our members. But let me have a think about that, and maybe we can have a chat offline as well, because I do know that you have other people that we might be able to help as well. So I'm just going to make a note for that now, so I don't forget.
All right. That's all the questions that we have.
Okay. Yeah. So you got the one in the Q&A part, yeah.
Yes, that's the same one as Ross's question.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So we still got a stack of people on the line. So I'm just wondering, does anyone have any other questions? Because I really want to make sure, if you do have any questions or concerns, that we smash it all for you here so that you can take advantage of this bonus. Yeah, Cashboo says, thank you for the presentation. You're welcome. Congratulations, mate. You've just won a life-changing prize there. So well done. And that's just, congratulations for taking action and getting here, right? And giving your time, from wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is, for actually making the effort to come on and spend the time, and you've been rewarded for that. So well done. Question from Dennis, when gold gets started? Yeah, so Dennis, I'm testing out the precious metals platform at the moment, and we're doing extra due diligence on it. As you'll probably know, because you are a member, that we don't rush things out to our members unless we've used it, tested it, make sure that we're comfortable with it ourselves before we actually bring it to our members, as part of how we protect you in our community. So hopefully, look, if it's not this month, it'll be January. I've had a really busy month or two, so definitely in January. So just be patient with us on that one if you can, please. LMC, I've sent a request on email. Yep, no problems. Sophie, yep, okay. Great presentation, Michael. As always, thank you for the updates. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time, energy, support, and your feedback. Denise, I'm excited. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you as well, mate. Okay. Well, guys, I'm going to give you another maybe 30 seconds to a minute to see if there's any other questions. Otherwise, I will wrap up, because I'm conscious that this is a recording as well. And so there'll be people wanting to watch the replay. So I don't want it to be too long unnecessarily. Yeah, sent an email for a bank transfer. Is there any way? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Teresa, you've sent an email for a bank transfer and you want to get the bonus. Okay. So I'll look at that straight off the line, Teresa, if you've sent an email, and we'll assess that. And if you're within the 10, when look, I mean, you're within the 1 hour, so we'll make sure that you're granted the 10 as long as you're able to, I guess, pay straight away. So let us have a look at your email and get back to you on that. Marley said, if you are already a member, will we need to purchase more to get access to some of the new stuff? Marley's no, you are a Millionaire Club member, I believe, so you won't need to pay any extra. All good for you. So just give us some time to make sure that all these inclusions come through, please. Okay, Ken Zane, can someone please call? I need to discuss payment plan. Yeah, Wasim has contacted you, Kazang, to just get your phone number so that we can call you. Teresa says, thank you, you're welcome. Marley says, great, thanks, you're welcome. So there's still some questions coming through and still a stack of people on the line. What about, Wasim, what about if we just stop the recording and maybe just hang on the line a little bit longer in case anyone else has any other questions?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, I'll do that. I'll stop the